Hello everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. This is Hazel Lucia Tarot. I am your tarot reader Stephanie, and today's reading is about who has a secret crush on you. We have 5 piles here for you today to figure out who your secret crush is, whether you know them or not, what they think about you, as well as what their next actions towards you may be. The first pile is going to be lepidolite. Pile 2, we have flower agate. Pile 3, we have honey calcite. Pile 4, we have garnierite, and pile 5, we have amethyst. So take a few deep breaths, open up your mind, open up your heart, and I'll be ready for your reading whenever you are. Hello, pile 1. If you chose this lepidolite point, then we have a reading here for you about who has a crush on you, who is your secret crush. We're going to see who likes you, what they think of you, and whether they will come forward or not, what your interactions are with them if you already have any. We're going to see who this person is. I do have a song for you. It's by MGMT. I haven't heard this in a while, but the song is called Kids. The lyric coming through is, "Control yourself, take only what you need from me." I haven't heard this song in a minute. This was a banger back in my college days, back in the 2010s. They were hard to escape, but yeah, something about there being some sort of controlling oneself within this connection. I'm not sure if it's because they like you, but they feel that you might ask or demand too much of them. But we'll see within the oracles. We're going to start with the oracles, and then the tarot will give us a more specific view of your person. We have devoted. Yeah, there's a sense here that either you or this person are very devoted to a relationship. I feel like it could be the both of you, or it could be either or. You go all in on this relationship. Like, should it become a relationship? I feel like this is somebody who doesn't do anything halfsies. They would want to dedicate themselves entirely to the connection. So if they don't have time, or if they feel it's not the right time, they wouldn't go ahead with it. Of course, this could also be how they view you. They see you as very devoted to your partners, or devoted to, again, a connection. Because I'm feeling it could be either or. It would all depend on how you know you are, pile 1. We also have Mithras, sacrifice. Yeah, there's a feeling here that there's a bit of holding back within this connection. Whoever this person is, they're holding back not because they don't like you, but because they know that if they were to go into this, it would be like, I'm hearing it's all or nothing. And for some of you, it could be endgame, depending on how serious a connection would progress forward. But I do feel this person is very serious about you, whoever they are. So if you've had a suspicion that somebody has a crush on you but they're not coming forward, it's because they know that this would be something that they take very seriously. But let's get a view of who this person is exactly. Because I feel like for some of you, some of you already know who this person is. And if it's somebody you were suspecting, I'm hearing the answer is yes. They're more on the serious side with Mithras here, because I'm looking at this guy's face, and of course they don't have to be a man. I'm just putting them in masculine energy right now, but they have a bit of a seriousness to them. And with the shield and the I guess this is a spear, they're very defensive about how they feel towards you. I feel like they've had to for example, if they've told their friends, they've kind of had to defend you or defend some aspect of this connection. And the fact that I keep saying connection lets me know you already kind of have something with this person. It just hasn't been, either it hasn't progressed into a relationship, or like there's been a barrier between you and this person. There's something coming in between. We have taking risks. Yeah, they would consider you as taking a risk. And I don't think this person likes to do that. At least they're not in a position right now where they would like to take a risk. And purity. Regardless of how you view yourself, or even regardless of like what it is that you do, doesn't matter how old you are, your experience, etc., they see a purity within you that they really like, or you bring that out in them. It wouldn't surprise me if this is somebody that you've already kind of had something with, whether it's I'm feeling for some of you, it may be something physical, and for some of you, it might be like a flirtation, or maybe even a date or two that you've gone on, but they kind of held back. And I'm not here to feed delusions about somebody who is not interested in you. This person is interested, but I tap into their energy and they see work, like either their actual work or the fact that this would consider that they would consider this connection a little bit more work than they need right now. And that's not to make you feel like a burden. It's just, like I said, this person is all in or all out when it comes to a relationship. And it's very scorpionic energy. And sometimes it might be their own way of thinking, their own self-limitations here that is preventing this from happening. Because I do see somebody who is very, like I said, they're devoted. And that's one thing they like about you too. I think what they are attracted to you is the fact that you are just as devoted as they are. Like, they find within you somebody who is very similar. And I don't think they ever meant to find that attractive. It's like they even question themselves. It's like, well, should I be attracted to somebody who is just like me in that regard? And they go back and forth on it. Because I think like their views of how relationships should be are just very different from yours. Like maybe you're a little bit more easygoing in relationships. This person, I don't think they are, because they take it very seriously. Let's go ahead and get more cards. This is from the Floriography deck, and I promise you I'm not looking at it as I'm shuffling these. And this is I like to think of it as the flower they would give you, or a flower that they associate you with. And we have these two. Very lovely. A yellow and like this. You're getting a lot of orange here, letting me know that the sacral energy is being stirred here. So like I said, maybe some of you have already been physical with this person. If not, you inspire them a lot, or they may inspire you as well. But we have chrysanthemum and freesia. So with chrysanthemum, we have optimism. Freesia had the trust. Okay. With chrysanthemum, we have optimism. They're traditionally considered to mean wealth, abundance, and imperiality. They generally symbolize cheerfulness, optimism, and happiness nowadays. A mom to your mom for Happy Mother's Day. Okay, so their mother could be of importance here. But also there is something about wealth, abundance. Maybe they feel that they need to make their money first before they come through, because they would like to spoil you or treat you the way that you deserve to be treated. But the cheerfulness and optimism, I feel like you and this person always have a good time. Like, you're always happy together. Even if typically you're not in a great mood, I feel like when you come together, you can't help but just, you know, make each other smile or laugh out of nowhere. Like, you always manage to find something to laugh about. And like I said, Mother's Day, well, the time of Mother's Day could be important to you as well. Maybe somebody here was born, at least where I live, we celebrated in May. So maybe somebody here was born in May. And depending on where Mother's Day is to you, it could be that particular month or day as well, because I know Mother's Day is different all around the world. What's interesting, it's also the national flower of Japan. Japan could be of importance. October and November, cultivators and craftspeople host exhibitions of this flower. So October and November could also be important. And November is the opposite month of May. So there could be something here about opposites attract. I'm going to leave this like that because it's a pretty color. And then we have freesia, trust. Let's see. They mark the start of spring. Cheerful flowers. When they're pink, they're associated with motherly love. Red is passion. White means purity. And yellow is for joy. So there's something here about wanting to build trust over time, or for some of you, you have already built this trust. It wouldn't surprise me if this person was a friend. The fact that motherly love came out again, I feel like this person could have like some placements in Cancer where like maybe they just look for a maternal motherly love from their partners, and you can take that as you want. It's more the nurturing that they're looking for, so they may find you very nurturing, but it could also be that their mother's opinion may be very important, or she has something to do with how they view relationships for sure. So I'm not sure if you know their mother or if they've spoken to their mother about you, but I feel like that's going to influence this connection a little bit more than you realize. Let's go ahead and get more cards. I think these are going to be the last ones. For my pile one. Oh, wait, no, I need to get my archetypes. Okay, yeah, let's get the archetype to see who this person is. Okay, so we have these two. We have Dark Moon. You make them think about things that they don't typically think about. rest, stillness, and observation. I feel like, yeah, specifically the observation, because dark moons are when we kind of have to tap into the shadow side, because the things that we don't want to deal with, we have to deal with at that point because they're hard to ignore, or they become just so in your face that we can't really escape them. I feel like you've done this for this person, whether it's through your conversations, through your very existence, or through whatever it is that you have going on. I feel like you've made them had to really question parts about themselves. We also have Gebo, generosity, partnership, and exchange. And in some particular interpretations, this could also mean marriage. But I'm seeing marriage and gift. So I'm thinking like of a dowry. So I feel like for whatever reason, money is important in this connection. Money, or the things that you acquire together, like maybe one of you has a home or one of you has money, like they would consider what you have to physically bring into this connection as well. I don't think to be superficial. I just think that this is how this person has always been. They could be a Taurus or a Capricorn. I feel like those two signs would care more about money within a connection. Also Scorpio. But I feel like because there's this cross here, you both cross paths quite often. Like I said, you might already be friends, or you might just have something to do with each other. Like you keep each other in each other's lives. This could be somebody you're casually dating, but like I said, nothing has progressed forward. And I'm gonna go ahead and get the archetype cards, because I feel like I've been talking a lot about like how they feel and not enough about who this person actually is, which is why I'm thinking some of you already know. For my pile one, let's get, I'm hearing 3 archetype cards to describe this person. We have dilettante. Delights in the arts without having to be professional, alert you to the danger of becoming superficial in your pursuits. Yeah, this person, I don't think they have a career or the career that they want yet. They just kind of dabble in certain things. This could be somebody without a job, for example, and maybe they feel like they need one in order to keep up with you. But they definitely have a lot of fun, or they pursue certain things without really making money off of it. Don Juan spotlights your positive, seductive qualities. This person definitely likes to be a charmer at the very least. They love to flirt, and at their worst, I think they do get around a lot, and that'll be up to you whether you know who this person is. Like, this person does have several other people that they are at least flirting with, because I feel for a lot of you, they're not exactly in a relationship or getting in and out of them. They could just like casual flings. They could be dating people. But for a lot of you, this person likes to see themselves as a Don Juan at the very least. They like to flirt. Something about that boosts their ego. And Midas, miser. Entrepreneurial or creative ability to turn anything into gold, delight in sharing life's riches. What's interesting is this person will eventually become very wealthy in one way or another, because I feel like they place a huge importance on that. And until then, they're not really going to settle down, is what I'm seeing. Like, until they've made their first either their first big paycheck, or maybe their first millions, whatever it is that they want. Like, they feel like they need money. Not gonna lie, there is a lot of superficiality to this person, but with you, they are different. With you, it's like, this would be somebody who is very superficial on the onset, but I think in their deepest heart of hearts, they just want somebody who is like going to take care of them and love them no matter what, the way a parent would. That's why that motherly love kept coming out. Like, you know how mothers, at least, you know, ideally, they love their kids no matter what. This is what this person expects out of their partner, and they may see this in you. They definitely see this in you. I feel like there is some sort of unconditional love. So if you do know that this person is a bit of a flirt, you may be like, okay, yeah, whatever. Of course they're a flirt. That's just how they are. Like, you could be very forgiving toward them. I want to get some astrological signs here. I haven't used my astro dice in a moment. So what sign or signs? Okay, we have 10. The 10th house, Capricorn, Neptune. Okay, that makes sense. Capricorn, I've already mentioned before. I feel like this person would have a lot of placements in Capricorn, or could be a Capricorn themselves. Specifically, I'm thinking of like Neptune and Capricorn, which my generation has. I have that as well. So like the ideals with a Capricorn Neptune is that we tend to idealize wealth and status and things like that, at least on a generational level. Because I think personally, well, I guess I do and don't. I don't know, depends. Like I'm thinking this person kind of idealizes. They feel that if they have everything they want in terms of success, then they are set for life. The 10th house, same thing. This is the house of reputation, the house of career as well, but also what you are known for, like what you are renowned for. This person really kind of cares about their public image. Could also be that they have Neptune and Capricorn in the 10th house. Of all things, that is also my placement. Because Neptune in the 10th house, you will be known for your spirituality. So this is somebody who I feel like if they're not already there where they are very if not spirituality, I'm also thinking of the mindfulness movement of like how when people meditate or they use the law of attraction, law of assumption, that kind of thing. I feel like that came around a lot with the late millennial generation, as well as like the early Gen Z generation. That became a big thing. So this person would be into that, or they could benefit a lot from that. I feel like you will know who this person is because they manifest very well. Overall, I'm getting somebody who's a really good manifester, because Neptune, we tend to see it as like dreamy quality. We tend to see it as maybe even artistic quality. People don't tend to see it as manifestation. I guess because they assume Jupiter is that particular placement. But you can't, Jupiter is luck in general. Neptune with Jupiter is being able to manifest that out of thin air. So luck could be maybe you just get a, really good paying job, or you're born into, a really good family. But with Neptune, it's being able to become that even if you weren't. It's like pulling it out of thin air, essentially. Think of the magician, again, being able to create your own reality. So this person definitely does that. But the strongest thing I have for them is Capricorn for sure, because I already felt that. So they could have it in their rising, sun, definitely moon. I'm getting moon very strongly, but also Venus or Mars, like those three specific placements were very strong for them. Okay, and of course Neptune. So let's go ahead and move on to the tarot portion. If this sounds like, for a lot of you, this is someone you already know, I'm not gonna lie. Like this is somebody you already speak to, maybe somebody you work with, because the 10th house could also be career, so they could be in the same field as you are at this moment, or they could be in your workplace. And with Neptune, it wouldn't surprise me if you have dreamed about them at some point, or if you've had like a spiritual conversation, like maybe you've talked about, for example, being at tarot readings like this one. But let's look more deeply into what they think of you, how they see you. So the first cards, what attracts them physically to you? For my pile one. We have 8 of coins. We have Chiron. So just looking at this card physically, you might have like a really great upper body, regardless of your gender here. Like if you're a man, clearly you might have like a nice six-pack, muscles, strong pecs for some reason. And if you're a woman, well, you're very well endowed up top and may even still have strong toned arms and a nice belly. Chiron is the healer. So like again, there's something calming about your energy, something about your devotion, and much, again, like a mother, you kind of are very nurturing. And I hope you're taking that, like, I don't mean to say mother in a negative way. Like, I'm not saying that they want you to, to baby them or to essentially be their mom. It's just they like that energy. They like somebody who is able to nurture and take care of them. 8 of coins, though, is somebody who has a good head on their shoulders, because you're able to create, like, either you generate a lot of security for yourself, or for some of you it could be money. Again, this person is rather financially motivated, but it's something about that, like I'm getting a sense of comfort, I guess, like comfort both in the physical sense but also in the more monetary sense. Let's go ahead and get the second card. How do they view you emotionally? And if you're a guy, or if you have a beard, they definitely like your facial hair. Okay, we have Wheel of Fortune, Demeter. Very interesting. They like how upbeat you are. Even if you don't think you're the most optimistic or upbeat person, to them you are, which is very interesting. There's something abundant about your personality that they truly like. It's hard for them to ignore. I think out of the main thing that really attracts them to you is your personality. And that's not to say that you're not good looking, pile one. I just feel like this person, especially when I'm tapping into that Don Juan energy, they've been with a lot of people, or they flirted, they've had experiences with like all sorts of people, both attractive and, I mean, I don't want to say not attractive, but like I think this person is mature enough to understand that a personality is harder to find than somebody with good looks. They know that good looks can be bought, sold. You can just, slap some makeup on if you need to, or hit the gym. But a personality is harder to find, and they definitely love yours. Which explains why there's a friendship there. Let's see. Any actions that they may take towards pile one. We have Five of Cups, Leith. Their mindset is not in it yet. Like I said, their mindset isn't in it, because the Five of Cups is like overthinking about something, specifically more when it comes to the emotions. Like I said, you get them thinking about, or you get them in their emotional space about things that they don't want to confront, or things they may not want to think about. And that's the biggest thing. It's like they adore you, but like they know that having to be with you is kind of compromising how they feel, whether they want to continue with their life as they want, or whether they want to settle down and just be with you, even though, like I said, they would really love to be with you. I don't know what the next question is. I'm just going to pull a card to continue the story. We have Seven of Cups, and interesting that we have the options card. Am I meant to take this upright, or? Yeah, upright. Right now they see themselves as having a lot of options, and like I said, they're not really ready to. I'm also seeing it as confusion. So it could be either or. Either this person sees that they still have options, or they're just confused about whether they should give up on those options or not, because it's very much FOMO, which I see that a lot in dating sometimes. It's like, do I place all my bets on this person, or do I continue dating? But at the same time, they know you're not going to wait around for too long, or they know that you're going to get snatched up by somebody else, because they see your value for sure. The Eight of Coins is value, and they know that you have that. They notice that right away at the beginning as well, especially with Wheel of Fortune. It's kind of like everything you touch turns to gold. And I know that came out for them. So it's like they know they could have wealth with you that they could build on, but they also want to make their own wealth. And it's like they don't know. It's kind of like there's a disconnect here, because this person doesn't seem to understand that you can very much still be with somebody and build your life with them. I don't know why they have a disconnect there, that they don't that they shouldn't, or that they don't want to. It could be hyper independence on their part. Last one. Anything else that we need to know about this person? We have the Two of Wands. How are we meant to take this reversed? Because Two of Wands is making, yeah, very much reversed. Two of Wands is making plans. Here, they're not really making plans with you, because that was going to be my next question, is whether they were going to take action towards you. They're very much stuck in their feelings about this. And that's unfortunate, because I feel like there is something here, but they don't want to see it. Like, in fact, the fact that of these three cards, the two that are upright, their eyes are closed, and in this one where his eyes are open, it's reversed. It's like there's indecision here. Honestly, when I tap into this energy, it's kind of draining me, because they don't understand their own indecision is very, very draining. Like this overthinking, I don't know. When I tap into this energy of whether they should move forward with you, they don't know what to think, or they are being given different opinions by different people. And it's very draining, honestly. That's very interesting, because I feel like otherwise it'd be fine. I feel like in general, this person isn't used to making decisions. So this could be, again, an overbearing parent, maybe that mother. It could be the societal pressures of whatever social circle they are in. By the way, they think you have the most beautiful eyes. There's something about your face that they really like. Or eyebrows as well, because I'm looking at her eyebrows. Like I keep being drawn to her face, how it's just so captivating and magnetic. So they definitely love your face. Like they love it. Um, they could probably look at your face forever and not get tired of it. Okay, let's get your opinions. Let's see how you already know who they are. How I'm hearing, how do you act around them? We have the High Priestess, Persephone specifically. And you know what's interesting about Persephone? Her mother Demeter is right here. Again, there's a mother connector. Maybe it's your mom. Maybe your mom is in the way. I'm trying to see if she is going to be upright or upside down. I think you're a bit indecisive about this person too. I won't lie. I feel like you're indecisive about this person too, because the High Priestess is your intuition. So I feel like your intuition gives you all kinds of random messages. In fact, this could be like the fifth, fourth reading you've had about them that is giving you contradictory messages, because, and the thing is, your intuition is being influenced by their opinion of you or whether they want to come forward or not. It's kind of like you're connected at the third eye, which is very interesting. Like I said, there's a sense of spirituality here that you are both connected at, even if this person isn't typically very spiritual, they might be with you. So if you feel the need to cleanse your third eye of this person's energy to see them at their clearest, then by all means do bring that forward. I'm trying to bring that through right now, because ever since I tapped into this on your side, my third eye has been like, it's been going, you know, crazy. It's a little bit all over the place. So let's bring more clarity. May the rest of the reading be just as clear as before. Okay, so, and they see you as kind of something, I don't want to say forbidden, but like I said, it's work, because when Hades saw Persephone, he was like, oh, that's going to be a, like, dang, I like her, but she's got this mom who's over, you know, who like makes her the center of her world. Like he had to get a bunch of people to help him out with this. So it's kind of like, again, he's seeing you as like the ultimate conquest. And if your person knew a little bit more about that myth, he'd see it that it's kind of worth it, because they're very much a power couple. Something about power couples is very important to this person, and they see you as that. We have the Three of Swords reversed. I feel like you're already kind of heartbroken by this person, by the fact that they haven't made up their mind, by the fact that they have a little bit of indecisiveness. The fact that it's reversed lets me know that you're not completely heartbroken. You would give this person a chance if they came around, but it's kind of like, you're wistful about this, I guess is the best word I can come up with. You're just like, oh, it'd be nice, but you're over there being indecisive about me. Which explains why this is a crush and not a well, I guess it could be a situationship and not an actual relationship. You already know who this person is. We also have Temperance, Artemis. This is balance. I feel like you really had to balance yourself out about your expectations of this person, or even like if you felt at the beginning that this would be something really amazing, you really had to curb your enthusiasm here. That could be a show the both of you watch or something, but you really had to curb your expectations of this person, because maybe you thought it was going somewhere, but then you realized it wasn't, and it's like, oh well, why did I get my hopes up? The Three of Swords reverse could be you breaking your own heart because you felt this person would become something, and it ends up that they weren't. But this person really does have some. This person adores you. Two of Swords, Nemesis. You go back and forth on whether you want to be a friend with this person. I feel like sometimes when you're in a good mood, you know, you indulge with them, you just, you know, you have a great time. But then there are days when you're just like, you know what, this MFer hasn't taken a step towards me. I know they like me. They know I like them. So what, like, you're between. And the Temperance card is important here because, like I said, you curb your expectations, and then sometimes you're like, we're good, and then other days it's like, okay, I guess we're not. You know, I feel like this person really gets you in your emotions. Let's get the last card. So sometimes you may not talk to them, and I don't think they take it personally. I think they understand. Three of Cups, the Graces. I feel like the best you can both do right now is friendship, and you're both okay with the friendship. I feel like you have a lot of fun. The only catch is back of the deck, Six of Cups. Yeah, reverse. Six of Cups is immaturity. The only thing is you have to prevent from this connection getting immature, because it could easily become that where you're both kind of, you know, you bookmark each other, but you shouldn't prevent that from you moving forward with other connections, relationship states. Same thing with them, because I feel like they're still being their flirtatious self and you are. But if you both ever catch each other in that, it's like there's nothing there. There's no relationship. Nobody has committed. Specifically, your person hasn't committed. So if they ever have the nerve to be jealous of you wanting to move on with somebody else, they can't keep you from doing that. I don't know if they would. And it this kind of makes me sad, honestly. What's underneath this? We have the King of Pentacles. Yeah, they just need their stability before they can move forward. Knight of Cups, and only then would they pursue you. But this Knight of Cups, oh, Two of Cups reversed, huh? Yeah. And Ten of Cups reversed. It's like, this could be everything. But the Knight of Cups on this particular deck, and I knew there was a reason I chose this deck today. His physical self, his eyes are closed. His spiritual self, this is Morpheus, God of Dreams. His eyes are open. It's like his soul is open for you. His physical self, though, is just like, I don't know. I'll be honest, pile one. Like, if you know who this person is, I'm annoyed with them. It's like, just make up your mind and don't. They love the friendship and they know it could be something better, but I don't know if that's fair to you. But definitely move on with yourself. Don't wait for them. This is not somebody you wait for, because they can't make up their mind. Let's go ahead and get your closing advice for my pile one. And this may or may not have anything to do with your person. I'm kind of trying to divert the energy back to you, because this is a reading for you after all. We have 16. I am perceptive. You have an inquisitive mind that allows you to uncover important truths. You have a special ability to read into others people's feelings. A wisdom seeker, and your angels ask to share your knowledge for the benefit of others. I am perceptive. So I was kind of getting that with the High Priestess card. You're very, very intuitive. I feel like this person really appreciates your intuitive nature. I feel like this person really appreciates all the wisdom you have to impart. I feel like they really do like that about you. But you do have to be careful that you're not just sharing it willy-nilly. I think after it's kind of like, for example, if you do tarot like I do, don't just go out around giving out free tarot readings to this person because you like them. At some point you have to understand they also have to pay, because there's such a generous heart of yours toward this person. They could get used to you doing, for example, doing wifey things without having wifey status, or girlfriend, boyfriend, well, whatever your gender is here. Hubby things without hubby status, relationship things without this being a relationship. You do have to watch out for that. Let's go ahead and get your crystal for my pile one. And this could be a crystal you could wear, or just whatever the card has to say about this. Rhodochrosite. Heal that broken heart. Look, I feel like you've already had your heart broken by this person, pile one. Again, because either they pulled back when you thought it was going to go forward, or because they're indecisive about you. And I think you have to ask yourself whether a friendship is actually healthy here or not. I feel like for the majority of you it is. But if you go into this friendship thinking that you're going to get something else out of it, don't hold your breath. That's not going to happen. So be very careful with your heart in this. Yeah, be very careful with your heart in this particular. Oh, okay, back at the deck, because I happen to look at it. Kyanite, tune into your inner truth. So ask yourself what it is that you actually want out of this friendship, connection, whatever the case may be, out of this person. I feel like if you haven't already expressed to them what it is that you want with them, by all means do. And if you have and they've already told you, accept that, because that's not going to change until they show otherwise. It's not going to change. And I don't want you to get hooked on the word otherwise, because it may never happen. And that's just, it's a mutual crush situation here for sure. Let's go ahead and get the rest of your cards. Nourishment while waiting. This is so cute. Look at this little mouse, but he's supposed to be food for this bird. Nourishment while waiting. I just told you not to wait for this person. And I guess if you do want to, because again, this is your life, you can do what you want, pile one. keep dating, keep meeting other people, keep doing you, keep being your amazing self. There's no reason you should put your life on hold for this person, because I don't think they're putting their life on hold for you. And we also have unknown gift, 41. So 2 ways to take the unknown gift. Either they're going, I'm seeing somebody who maybe wanted to give you a gift and they never did, or they may give you a gift that you didn't realize was supposed to be something more important than it was. Like maybe they gave you, I don't know, like I'm seeing something so like something really stupid. Like they gave you a napkin and you're like, thanks, but I don't need to wipe anything. But then what you failed to realize was that napkin was from like your favorite restaurant that you both went to, or a napkin they kept from like the first time you guys went out, or it was supposed to be like a hidden message, a hidden meaning. Like if it was a Starbucks napkin, they were kind of hinting, hey, let's go to Starbucks. So this person, bless them, they're not the best at giving gifts. And 2, a gift you may get from them is something that's not physical. It could be more intangible. Like maybe, for example, if you weren't that intuitive before, and after meeting this person you become a lot more intuitive, that could be the gift that they gave you. It's like the gift of clarity, or because you felt the need to be more clear with this person, they've taught you how to be more clear in other areas of your life. So it's like an unexpected gift more than an unknown gift. But this is where I leave it, pile 1. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. If you feel like doing so, you can like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next reading. Take care. Hello there, pile 2. If you chose the flower agate, then we have your reading here for you about who has a secret crush on you. We're going to figure out who your secret crush is, who they may be if you know them, any actions they may take towards you, and anything else that you may know about this person. So I'm getting a song for you, and it's an old one. It's who's the band? The Darkness, I think. It's a silly song. It's called I Believe in a Thing Called Love. And it's kind of like a mock glam hair metal song or band, I guess. I've only ever heard the one song, but there's something silly about this person, but they also very much are like, they have lover boy, lover girl status, but like in like a silly way, in like a fun way almost. I'm getting like Venus and Sagittarius vibes, or I guess Sagittarius vibes in general, because there's something about like this person just being funny or thinking they're funny. Like they like to joke around. Or maybe that's just a way they flirt. Some people flirt by joking. But let's go ahead and look at your cards to see who your secret crush is. So this person is very independent. So I guess you could add Aries to that lineup of signs so far, like an Aries Sagittarius combination, because number 1 is the first zodiac sign, and Aries are known for being very independent. But I'm also thinking of somebody who they like to do a lot of things alone. You're not really going to see them, like, you know, if they're out and about in public, you're not going to see them with friends. You're not going to see them with anybody else. They're more likely to be independent. They're not afraid of going at it alone. We also have, well, I mean, did you need further confirmation? We have Aries, war. So look at their chart. They're definitely going to have Aries in there somewhere. They're going to have it in there. But I feel like they're independent. They're, I don't want to say aggressive, but they definitely go for the things that they want in life. This person, it wouldn't surprise me if you already knew who they were, because I feel like they make their opinions, or they express themselves very openly. Like they're not afraid of saying what's on their mind, at least when it comes to love or people that they are into. This would be the person who's probably approached you and said that you're very attractive, or they find you attractive. So I guess not so secret crush, but, or maybe they do have a crush on you and they've tried to pretend that they don't for whatever reason. I'm going to go ahead and get the rest of your cards, because this person's interesting. But yeah, very fiery energy, very direct person as well. They might be very physically fit. You might know them from the gym as well, because I'm thinking of how Aries just looks like the epitome of, I want to say, masculinity. So they may be very masculine. Even if they're a woman, I feel like they have like some rather masculine traits, especially when it comes to, like I said, their independence. Maybe they have a little bit more muscle, or they just have like an athletic look to them. But if they are a woman, I feel like they're still very in touch with their femininity, because Aries women aren't necessarily like, you know, tomboys that maybe they were growing up. I feel like they're not afraid of being bold. They're not afraid of being themselves. Think of like Lady Gaga. She has a femininity to her, but she's very, you know, in your face about anything and everything she is. We have delight. So they find you very delightful. Oh, this is interesting because we have a cat and a bird. So there might be a kind of a game of cat and mouse or cat and bird here, if you will. Like, I feel like they like to pursue, and they like to pursue you because you seem, well, one, like a very lovely person, a very lovely thing. And two, they kind of, this person would see dating as kind of like catching their prey. Like they definitely like to be the one who pursues in a relationship. And I feel like they can come on a little bit strong. That's the only downfall I'm feeling so far from this person, is that they might come on a little too strong. So if you know who this is, like, again, it wouldn't surprise me if you know who this is, because they're very, yeah, they're very outgoing. They're very blunt as well, very direct. We have abalone, ritual awareness and balance. When I think of an abalone shell, I think of the ocean, because I think it, correct me if I'm wrong, I think they are shells from the ocean or rivers. So this person could actually be very emotional but not really show it. I'm also thinking of, this person has a very active third eye, because as soon as I started tapping into that card, like my third eye started like throbbing. I don't know what else to put it, like, I don't know how else to say it. It's like my third eye just started going. I don't know. This person is intuitive for sure. Whether they recognize it or not will be up to, I guess it depends on your person. But they have an intuition. Okay, two more. We have mugwort, omen, mysticism, and ceremony. So mugwort, I was always taught was a good herb for lucid dreaming and dreaming in general. Like, it's supposed to stimulate the dreams. So this person could have a lot of interesting dreams. I'm not sure if they share that with you or not, or they could dream about you a lot as well. Maybe they've even expressed this. And then we have water, ease, flow, feminine energy. Yeah, there's a lot of water energy within them. So they're a combination of like fire and water, which makes for a very interesting individual. I feel like they're very emotional as well, or they're in touch with their feminine energy. Again, regardless of their gender, they're very in touch with their emotions, their feminine energy. And maybe they will share this with you, or you may get them in their emotions as well. Like maybe you make them feel certain things that they typically don't feel, or you make them emotional. Yeah, I feel like they have a very soft spot for you, whoever this person is, because it started off strong with all this red and then suddenly it's like blue. So I feel like you actually are a very, you're a calming presence to this person. And I think that's part of the reason they like you. Like maybe they're typically very, I'm getting somebody who's very hard on themselves, or somebody who is kind of like they're always trying to strive forward. They're always pushing themselves. They may be a very hard worker, or they just are very disciplined. But when it comes to you, they kind of like to relax, have a wonderful time, and you even bring out something spiritual about them. And even though I know this is like the ritual deck, a very spiritual deck, I'm getting somebody who maybe when they're around you, or as like from the moment they met you, or as they've gotten to know you, they've become even more so spiritual than usual. Or they could have had a spiritual awakening if they've never had one before. It's kind of like around you, they've started having interesting dreams, or they've started getting like very intuitive hints about certain things. And with water, I feel like you definitely get this person in their emotions. I'm not sure if you've rejected them or not, but if you have, I feel like that kind of like, it would surprise you to know that it upset them, because I don't think they come off like that on the outside. Let's go ahead and get, these are the florography cards. I'm not looking at them as I'm shuffling. I'm like staring up at the ceiling. And let's see what do we got? Oh, this is cute. An orange blossom. Chastity. In ancient China, orange blossoms were embroidered onto the dresses of young brides to symbolize their chastity and innocence. The meaning of this delicate white flower continues to be linked to marriage and can be used to say everything from "Will you marry me?" to "I will love you forever." So this person, they're the kind of person that once they've fallen for somebody, they're kind of always, you're always in their heart, essentially. Like, they will always have a soft spot for you, even if you don't get married. Though I do feel this person would want to, they would consider marriage with you, just because I feel like they're romantic at heart, and they don't really show that to everybody. I feel like they can't help but be, again, because they're very sensitive and in touch with their feminine energy. So they're very romantic. Maybe even in a silly way. Maybe they understand that being romantic can be seen as kind of corny, so they play it off as a joke. But I feel like deep down they are actually very romantic, and they just don't want people to make fun of them for it anymore. I say anymore because I feel like at one point maybe they did show it on their sleeve, and they were just like, okay, I'm not going to do that again. Let's go ahead and get the archetype cards, and I'm going to get 3 of these just to verify who this is. 3 main archetypes that they embody, specifically when it comes to you, and specifically in romance as well. And then we'll do Astro Dice. So for my pile 2, we have Child Eternal. And honestly, I was feeling this person kind of gave off like silly vibes. Maybe they're just very in touch with their inner child, like they never really let that go. This would be like, if doesn't matter how old they are, they're probably still watching cartoons or, you know, playing video games, and not like, you know, the realistic video games. I'm thinking like Nintendo. Like they're still playing the video games that are aimed towards kids because they just like them. They think they're fun. But light attributes: determination to remain young in body, mind, and spirit, ability to see things with fresh eyes. And shadow attributes: inability to grow up and be responsible, extreme dependency on others for physical security. So I feel like the light attributes resonate more, because like I said, they're very independent. But it wouldn't surprise me that if they did get in a relationship, they would become a little bit more clingy or more dependent on their person, just because they've had to go out alone for so long that having somebody else there, they're like, they get excited by that. They get, that to them is like a love language. I feel like their love languages would be quality time and physical touch for some of them. Those two, like they need to be around their partner. They're very much in their body, even though we have a lot of metaphysical cards here. I feel like this person does like to be in their body a lot. But with young in mind, body, spirit, I feel like this person, they could look younger than they are. Like, or maybe their body is just like really, really good for their age as well. Like if they're in their 40s, 50s, they may still have like an amazing body. Mind and spirit, I feel like in their mind, like I said, they're very attached to their inner child. They never really let that go, and that could be a way that they actually remain youthful in body as well. Like they may still do the sports they did as a kid. So if they played baseball growing up, they may still do that. And in spirit, the spirit doesn't really have an age. Like we say old soul, but if you ever met an old soul, they have a very youthful outlook and feel to them as well, because of the inability to, well, I wouldn't say inability, but it's like they refuse to carry energetic and emotional baggage. You know, it's just like small kids, they don't really have baggage. They throw a tantrum and they let it go. Not saying that this person would throw tantrums, or maybe they do, but I don't see them as being like bad tantrums. They probably just like make a big fuss out about something and then just let it go. They're just like, okay, whatever. They'll complain about it for 5 minutes and then let it go. That's very Aries energy for sure. Let's go ahead and get the next 2 cards. For pile 2, who is her secret crush? We have Saboteur. Highlights your fear of self-empowerment and the changes it would bring to your life. I feel like this person has self-sabotaged in relationships, because I did mean these cards to mean relationships. So I feel like if you hear about their past in relationships, I wouldn't take it to heart, because I kind of feel that they've grown a lot from their experiences, and every new person brings a new experience. Like this person would definitely, I'm not saying that they would morph into their partner, but they definitely change as a result of being with different people. Like every new relationship brings a new perspective to them, and it shifts their energy. It's like they learn to see things in a new way. But Saboteur lets me know that they've self-sabotaged certain relationships, I think out of not wanting to hurt people's feelings, and or um I feel like they've relied on people too much. That's what I'm hearing. They've relied on people too much to to do certain things, whether it was maybe they've been dependent, like very emotionally dependent in the past, or any type of dependency. I feel like they've relied on people too much. So once they realized they were getting into that energy, they kind of self-sabotage. It's like, let me just, I don't know, they have a hard time ending things. I do see that. Like they're great at starting things, but not so great at ending things. For some reason I want to do this because those two colors match. And I feel like, let me get one more. I want to, like, their self-sabotaging habits could come from childhood as well. There could be certain childhood either traits or wounds, traumas from their childhood that they've never really like gotten over, or that they have a hard time processing. For example, if this is a child of divorce, I feel like they understood watching one or both parents have to become independent of each other, how to become a very independent person. It's like, well, if that's what love is going to do, then I better make sure that I'm very independent so that I don't go through what my parents did. And the opposite could be true. Maybe they've seen people in their, like they're excuse me, if their parents were very dependent on each other, but they were not happy, either this has made them become very dependent on people as well, or independent. I don't know, but something about their childhood traumas is actually the thing that is self-sabotaging their relationships. We have dilettante. Delights in the arts without having to be a professional, alerts you to the danger of becoming superficial in your pursuits. This person is very creative, and I feel like they have a lot of creative endeavors. Like I said, this person likes to start things but not really end them. So they could, like, for example, start a business, and either that takes off or it may fizzle out, or maybe they start a particular project and maybe they just don't really get enough momentum in it, or they lose interest. And I already hear what you're saying. Like they may start a relationship and then lose interest halfway through. Again, that's part of their self-sabotage. I feel like they don't take things slow enough, that's for sure, because if there's one thing this independent Aries energy is giving me, is that they may rush into relationships. And again, I feel like they may try and rush into something with you. Let me go ahead and get the astro dice, and then we're going to go into the tarot, and that's going to tell me how they relate to you, because I'm trying to find out what they like how they relate to you, other than you make them very spiritual and they just really adore you. Okay, so we have the 9th house, again, spirituality. It could also be education. This person is very well educated. Either they really value education, or they have had the privilege of being able to go to like certain schools. It wouldn't surprise me if they have a degree or several degrees. This person is much more educated than you realize. Like I said, they kind of don't come off that way, but they value knowledge in many ways, shapes, and forms. We have the moon, again, emotions. Emotions are important to them. I feel like, again, they're very emotional, but they may not show it to everybody, because I feel like in the past they've been ridiculed over this, or maybe in past relationships, emotions have not been very important. We also have Virgo. So they could be a Virgo, or they could have Virgo in the 9th house, which would make them Capricorn rising or something similar. It could also make them, because having Virgo in the 9th house doesn't necessarily always align. If you ever looked at charts, they kind of, the houses are whatever size they want to be. Because I have a very large house in Aries and Libra, but I don't have many placements, just my Venus there. And I'm also Pisces rising, but all of Aries is in my 1st house. And so is part of Taurus. So that's not exactly, yeah, just astrologically, that's a whole nother video. But regardless, this person could be Virgo rising as well. I am getting some sort of earth energy. But when it comes to relationships, or at least when it comes to you, you may not see it that much, because this person they're not very grounded in well, I'm hearing in the realities of love and or love in general. Like when it comes to relationships, they're very much in their head about this. It's kind of like they fantasize a lot, or they may get carried away with their emotions. They're a very different person when it comes to relationships. The ninth house also makes me think that their lovemaking could be very spiritual. Like I'm thinking of somebody who, like, they're, when it comes to love, they're not in their body, but when it comes to everyday life, they very much are. And I feel like this is where the self-sabotage comes through. It's like, is this I'm hearing, is this the real life or is this just fantasy? um Bohemian Rhapsody, a lot of music is coming through. A lot of very specific, like, arena rock music is coming through for this person. I'm not sure if they're very flamboyant or if they just have that kind of personality where they are like, they're good at taking center stage. But I feel like this person, they, at least when it comes to love, or at least in the way you're viewing them, they're a little bit larger than life. And yet with Virgo here, it's interesting because I've been dealing a lot with people who have like a combination of Virgo and fire. The Virgo will always submit to the fire energy. So even if they are Virgo or any earth sign, I feel like the fire energy, if any, overtakes them. So let's say if they're a Taurus and they have Aries, anywhere in their chart, the Aries will come through a lot stronger. Same thing with Capricorn. If they're a Capricorn but they have Sagittarius, that energy will come through. Or any sign. I'm just using the neighboring signs because it's easier to fall into that. But let's go ahead and move on to the tarot portion, because I'm more interested in how they relate to you, because I feel like this person is very confident in themselves, that they know how to express themselves. They may even truly know themselves in relationships. Like everything I said, they might be aware of to some extent, including the self-sabotage. Let's go ahead and get cards. So how are we doing this? The first row is going to be how they relate to you. The second row is going to be how you relate to them, and if they'll do anything about this crush that they have toward you. Not gonna lie, I'm getting a very defeatist attitude from this person. Like they come on strong, but they may not have a lot of confidence. Okay, so we have 10 of Pentacles. Am I meant to take this reversed? Yes. So how they see you, this person's rather guarded, because I feel like this person is really looking for somebody to depend on. They could be looking for somebody to, depend on is the wrong word. They're looking for somebody to be their forever person. They're looking for somebody to build things with. I feel like this person gets a lot more strength in life in general by being with somebody. Not to say that they would drain you, it's just that they find it easier to plan out their life when they have somebody in their life. It's kind of like by themselves, they don't really care about building up savings or, you know, working towards a goal, whether that's buying a house, getting a new car, etc., or even like developing their career. They don't care about that unless there's somebody else in their life. Like to them, if they have somebody that motivates them, not because you'll be the one telling them to do this, but because just having you around would motivate them. Like just knowing that somebody out there loves them motivates them. And that's actually quite lovely. It's like they don't expect you to do the work for them. They'll do the work. They just have to know that you'll be behind them. Like they know that just having, you know, I'm hearing words of affirmation. I don't know if that's their love language or if that's just something that actually really helps them. That would be everything they need. It's kind of like if they know you're out there, if they know you're there for them, they'll be fine. Because I'm not really getting a draining energy from them, though I could see how it would come off that way. But the fact that it's reversed, it's just something that I feel like they're trying not to either to not show, to not tell you, or to not work on. Like putting it on hold. I feel like this person goes back and forth on dating or whether they should actually approach you or anybody. Let's get how they view you emotionally. 3 of Coins. I feel like they really enjoy a friendship. When I get 3 of Coins, you know what's interesting? I was listening to Moonlight Guidance. I love her readings. They're very short and sweet. And she was talking about how to her the 3 of Pentacles, the 3 of Coins is actually a relationship card. and I guess I agree with her to an extent because it's collaboration, and it doesn't necessarily just have to mean like career or money wise. It could be a collaboration of the souls, it could be a collaboration of the heart. I feel like they feel very comfortable with you. I feel like it wouldn't surprise me if they would be happy just being your friend, or if friendship is something that begins here, but this kind of comes off as emotional dependence, and I'm here to say it's not. It's more like they're not used to expressing their emotions to a lot of people. So with you, I feel like if you've already had a conversation or a heart to heart, they really like the fact that they can kind of express their emotions to you, and that you give them positive feedback, or that you would give them positive feedback. They feel comfortable with you, and there is a basis for friendship here. Let's go ahead and get the rest of the cards. This is going to be if they're going to approach you, and if so, how, and if not, why. So my pile two's secret crush, will they approach them? Six of Cups. I feel like they're going to start off as friends. The Six of Cups is a very friendly energy. Though there are certain readers out there who read it as like the ultimate soulmate card, because there's a lovely inner child kind of energy to this. And like I said, this person is very, very much in touch with their inner child. They like to joke around a lot. They like to have fun. I'm getting like very bubbly, giggly energy. Like this person just likes to joke. And I feel like they bring that out in you. I'm not sure if it's kind of like they want to see if you pass the vibe test, the vibe check. They want to see if you pass the vibe check. Oh, this person's interesting. They're undecided until they see further proof. Because I'm being shown the Six of Cups is having an intuition regarding somebody. You know how when kids are young, they just kind of know like whether they're going to get along with somebody or not? Well, I don't know. Maybe this was just me. As a kid, I always knew right away whether I liked somebody or not. Like, I always knew. And I didn't feel the need to explain it. And I didn't feel the need to understand why. I just knew good, bad. This person's good. This person's bad. Like, I always, as a very small child, I outgrew it. And then I kind of grew back into it as an adult. Like, now I'm very much the same way now. I just know if I don't like somebody, I don't care what everybody else says. I don't care, like, I just follow my gut instinct. And I do ask myself, well, is it out of jealousy, or is it because I have like some unhealed parts of myself? Because that is also, those are valid questions to ask yourself when you don't like somebody on the onset. But like, I'm quite literally seeing somebody in my mind's eye right now of bad gut feelings. But this person essentially does the same thing with you. Even if, look, like I said, self-sabotage with this person. They're aware that they've fallen for people that are not the best. So they have to trust their gut when it comes to you. They have a vibe check. I don't know what that is. Let's ask what that is, and then we'll see like what the vibe check you will give is. This person's interesting. It wouldn't surprise me if for a lot of you kind of resonate with this person. This either means that you mirror each other very, very similarly, or this could just be you and aspects of yourself that you need to hear, by the way. Because the fact that I kind of vibe with a lot of this person energy, I'm wondering, well, is this actually my pile too, just needing to hear how they are as a crush? Okay, so vibe check, we have the Ace of Pentacles reversed. Their biggest vibe check is, can I build with this person? Because the fact that we have two coin cards, but they're reversed, they won't show it, but they need to know that there is like, they need to know whether something will go the distance or not. They need to know whether they can build upon something. Is this something solid, stable? Pentacles energy is earth energy, something that can be built upon. This person needs to know, will they go the distance with you? Because I feel like if you are somebody that they can have a fling with and they want that fling, they'll take it. But if you're somebody they can build with and they want to build with, they'll go with that. This person is very undecided about you. I'm going to be honest, pile 2. They're undecided. And they kind of want to just feel you out a little more, like feel out your energy a little more. So hey, if they want to feel you out in any other ways, and you're up, then you're done with that. Then by all means. Okay, their ultimate. How do they view you? I want to see that. Six of Wands. Very striking, very interesting. To me, this is probably like, I don't know why I love this card so much. I love her look here, how it's very intense. They love the way you look for sure. And Six of Wands is a victory. So they see you as kind of like a prize, or to them, it would be like a success, a victory to be with you. I feel like, again, they like the pursuit of a relationship here. They like to chase almost. To you, that you are like, if you are like trophy wife or trophy husband material, even more so, they like somebody that, I don't know if somebody that makes them look good, but more like somebody that they know they can succeed with. Yeah, so you make them look good in terms of expansion, success, money if that's something they care about, or having a successful family, like just looking good in the public eye. I feel like they care about that, which is very interesting. Let's go ahead and get your cards. Let's see how you relate to them. But this person is undecided. Like, they have a crush on you, but they're undecided. And they would rather just like be friends and see how you vibe together before they make any decision. Okay, so we have the Two of Swords. I feel like either you don't talk enough to this person, or you feel like you don't communicate enough. Like, this person may keep to themselves a lot, or they may just be busy. I feel like you see them as... Some of you may think this person hates you. Like, I'm not gonna lie, because I was looking at her face. She looks very suspicious. And the Two of Swords is... It's lack of communication, but it can also be confusion. So maybe you get confused by this person. It's like, well, do they like me or not? I am getting that from you, pile 2. Let's go ahead and see how you view them emotionally, or how you vibe emotionally with them. We have the Seven of Wands reversed. I feel like over time you've let your guard down around this person, and I feel like the main reason why is because if they came on too strong in the beginning, you're kind of like, oh gosh, this person is going to want to date me and I don't know if I want that. They don't know if they want that either. Again, they come on strong because that's how they know how to come off in relationships, or how they flirt. I feel like that's just how they are. But I think either there's been I'm getting confusion here. Like, either you're confused about them, or they've been confused about you, or you thought it would head in a certain way and it didn't. And it turns out they just kind of want to be your friend. I feel like this person realized that they were coming on too strong and then kind of backed off. And you've noticed that. So you may think that they just lost interest. And the truth is, they kind of, they don't want to come on too strong. But if they're still, talking to you, if they're still making an effort to have communication here and there, I feel like they are interested. They just kind of don't. Well, one, it could be that indecision. Like, they don't really know if they want anything with you. And two, they don't want to come on too strong. Because I feel like in the past, they may have scared away potential people. And they're aware of that. This person comes off as very experienced or older, but their energy doesn't feel that way. Does that make sense? Like, I feel like they're very self-aware, and that's a self-awareness that doesn't come until much later in life. Or they could just be an old soul. Okay, let's see. Anything else you need to know about this person? The Emperor. This person is very much in their masculine energy. And you may really, really like that, or really, really not like that, depending on how you're viewing this person. Very much in their masculine energy. They like to have control over a situation, or they just naturally take control of it. Like I said, they might be used to leading in relationships. Like, maybe they're always the one coming up with the ideas, or they just know what to do. They might be further along in their career as well. I'm kind of getting that. So it's easy and natural for them to take control of a relationship. We also have the Two of Coins, Oceanus. I'm hearing balance. You may feel that this connection may be a little unbalanced. Or it could have a tendency to be unbalanced. Because it all depends. I feel like there's a very strong will they, won't they energy here. Because I feel like they don't know if they want to pursue this. And you are a little bit... You feel that they're a little bit all over the place. And that's fair. Because I feel like they are as well. There's definitely a need for balance here, though. Should this become anything. We also have Five of Cups. But you'll always be... Like, if they don't come through, you'll always wonder about them. I feel like for a lot of you, back of the deck, the Magician. Somebody here manifested somebody. I'm not sure if they manifested you or if you manifested them. But the thing is, I don't think... It's like, just because somebody got manifested doesn't mean it's going to go through. I mean... Manifestations work that way. Sometimes we manifest an offer and we don't always accept that offer, or we may manifest a person, but then we realize actually this person wasn't exactly what I thought they would be. So I feel like that would explain the Six of Wands. They see you as like a prize because I think they manifested you, but they're aware that you yourself don't know if you want them or not. So it's kind of like, huh. So I manifested somebody and they may not be into me, so let me back off. Very interesting. On your end though, I feel like you either you need a little bit more control over the situation, or you need them to let go of control, because the Emperor here is, well, one, the only major arcana card in this entire reading, and two, there's something about masculine energy here that is very key. Either you want them to like, either they need to tone their masculinity down, or they need to tone it up depending on what the situation is. That's very interesting. It could also be a masculine energy getting in the way, like maybe a father figure, or a father wound for some of you. Because it landed in your section, pile 2, I don't mean to call you out, but this could be the perceptions you have towards men in general that could be getting in the way of this connection manifesting, or this connection going through, should you want it to go through. Because underneath that we have the Star, Hope, and underneath that we have the Two of Wands. So this person will not come through until they see that there is some chance of hope. I feel like this person is into you, but they're aware that you may not be into them, and they want to be very respectful. They are aware they're the cat and that you're the bird, and that sometimes that may not end up, in the best, that may not have the best ending. Very interesting. But this person, it wouldn't surprise me if you already knew that they had a crush on you, because one, it's not so secret. I don't think this person believes in secrets. They're very honest, very blunt, very forward, very direct. But beneath all of that is somebody who is like still much their inner child is there in both good ways and bad ways. Good because it allows them to have a lot of fun in life, and bad because there are certain things from childhood that I think they are still processing, or that they have not fully healed. Let's go ahead and move on to your closing advice to see what else you can know about your secret crush. Though honestly, both pile 1 and pile 2, the crushes are not so secret. Like, I'll be very honest, the crushes have not been so secret here. Okay, so pile 1, let's get your crystal cards. And sorry, did I call you pile 1? I meant to call you pile 2. This card is meant to be for you and any steps you should take, either towards yourself or towards this connection, depending on what you want. We have aquamarine. Surf the waves of your heart. Ooh, interesting. So there's something about a heart connection. I think you both are trying to heal the heart. Honestly, I feel like that's one thing that you both vibe in. Aquamarine makes me think of Aquarius as well. So you could be an Aquarius or have Aquarius placements that are needing to be attended to here. For example, if you have a moon in Aquarius, there's something about your emotions that you need to be very honest about or have to tap into. The color aqua could also be important. Let's get another card for pile 2. Malachite. Break up with toxic old patterns. So if you have the feeling that you've been attracting this kind of person a little bit too often, it could just be an old toxic pattern that even though you're no longer acting on it, it's like I'm going to use the analogy of a computer. Like, you may not run that program anymore, but the program is still there, so you have to uninstall it. Does that make sense? Like, you may not actively be doing this anymore, but that program is still somewhere within your psyche. It's still somewhere in the back of your mind, maybe within your heart, since we did have that heart. And it's there because you are still kind of vibing that energy, and it needs to be released so that you can install a new, better program, not full of toxic patterns, so that you can attract the right people, if this is somebody that you feel you don't want to attract. Let's get the rest of your cards. Sorry if you notice a cut pile 2. Let's get your angel number cards for my pile 2. We have 22. I am aligned. You are in possession of incredible creative powers, and it is assured that you can achieve anything you wish. So I feel like I keep getting manifestation. 22 also reduces down to the number 4. So you could be a life path 4. You could also be a life path 22. And I've always associated that with somebody who is very much, I don't want to say codependent, but like your partnerships matter a lot to you. Your partnerships and the people you choose to be in your life matter a lot to you. So whether you want this person or not in your life, I feel like you both are similar in that way, in that you need people in your life to build things with, because the number 4 is a number of structure. So this person wants structure with people, and I feel like you do too. So you may have those things in common. Also, 22 is a mirroring number, so maybe you're both life path 2s. And there's something here about you both mirroring each other. That's for sure. And then let's go ahead and get the Animal Apothecary cards. We have service. Again, we have Virgo energy coming through, and Virgos are kind of known for being of service. They like to, that's kind of their thing. They like to do things for people. Something about a dog could be important as well. But mostly I feel like this, either this person wants to be of service to you, or you could be of good service to each other. The 3 of Pentacles is making me think of a collaboration in general, so you might already work together. Regardless, I'm kind of feeling like a good friendship here. We also have the Illusion 13. Oh, this is so interesting. There's so much going on here. We have like this, what is this? A javelin? No, a spear. A spear and a shark, and it's within this brain, this mind. I feel like there's an illusion here. I feel like you both aren't really seeing each other the right way, and there could be some need for clarity here. That's another thing that the 2 of Swords kind of brings forward, is the need for clarity. So you might, if this person, if you know who they are, if you figured out who this is, you might need to have like a talk about what it is that you both want out of each other romantically, if anything. If not, I feel like there's just a need to clear the air, because I feel like you're both not seeing each other right. Somebody here sees somebody as, I don't want to say predatory, but the fact that we have a shark, maybe threatening, maybe that's another way. And again, I'm not saying these like in a bad way. It's kind of like, oh, let's say that if you know who this person is and you don't want them in your life, you're kind of like, oh, this person is really, really into me. I should avoid them. When honestly, I think they may just want friendship, or they might just want to like not have you feel so uncomfortable. So there is a need to clear that air. The opposite could be as well. Maybe they think you're into them, and they're kind of only indecisive because they don't know if you're being honest to them or not. Like they don't know if you actually mean it when you're into them, or they don't know if they're misreading anything about you. There's something about a huge lack of clarity between you and this person that needs to come forward. But this is where I leave you, pile 2. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. If you feel like doing so, you can like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next reading. Take care. Hello there, pile 3. If you chose the honey calcite, then we have a reading here for you about your secret crush, who secretly has a crush on you. And then we're going to go into the tarot to see how, more specifically, you may know them, relate to them, to see if you know who this is. I have a lot of K-pop music for you stuck in my head right now. I think they're both BTS. One of them is what is it called? Fire? I just know the song goes, they sing Fire at the beginning of it. And then the other one was the I'm in the stars tonight. Dynamite, that's what it's called. Yeah. I have BTS stuck in my head for you. So pile 3, we have Helios cycles. We also have receptive. I'm gonna go ahead and get the rest of your cards out to see. I'm being told that once I have them all out, it'll make sense. For my pile 3, who has a crush on them? Okay, we got 3 cards, 3 destiny cards. We have focus, healing chaos, and pleasure. This person could be focusing on healing before pleasure. So it's like they're into you, but they're not. Their focus may be elsewhere. And that makes sense, because both songs from BTS, the first one I associate with like fun. And then the second song, I've always, for me, it's a high impact interval training song because it's very like, it gets your blood pumping. So this person, they could have a lot of fun and hit the gym a lot. Let's get the rest of your cards. We have pink, love, romance, and friendship, which is appropriate for this reading. And full moon, harvest, expansion, gratitude. With full moon, I'm actually getting that they could be born on a full moon. So their sun sign and their moon sign could be opposite. That's essentially what a full moon is when the signs are in opposite. So for example, if they're an Aries sun, they could have a Libra moon. And you can do that with any of the signs. This person has... They're very interesting because I'm getting like on the outset, they may seem very serious. But on the inside, they have a very lovely heart. They have a very lovely personality. With cycles and receptive, I feel like this could be somebody you see on some sort of basis, whether it's like weekly, monthly, or maybe every certain number of months, weeks. There's something repetitive about this as well. Oh, that's a receptive. I don't know why I thought it said repetitive. With receptive, though, this person is very much in their receptive energy. In other words, I don't think they would pursue you. They kind of would just let things happen because their focus is actually not on you. So you're wondering why this person has a crush on you. This person has a secret crush on you and they intend to keep it secret. They intend to keep it secret. They like something about you. I feel like this is how they see you. They see you as like this beautiful little pink candle, like you're full of love and romance, and they would love to take you out, and they think you're very beautiful, specifically very pretty. I think they don't really... I feel like romance is not at the forefront. Pleasure might be, so maybe they're just, you know, having a fun time. But they see you as something that's just very lovely and pretty. And with full moon, I feel like they really like your personality. If this is not them, then it might be you. Like, and you'll know if you have it. Well, maybe to them you have an outgoing personality. It could also be that your moon sign and your sun sign are opposites. So it would make sense as to why they see you as very outgoing. Because to them, they don't think they're very outgoing, but to you, it's like they think you're pretty awesome. They think you're pretty amazing. Yeah, this person is very much in their receptive energy. Also, whatever this color is, this like honey calcite, what is it? Like deep amber yellow color. I feel like that's either a color they like, or that could just be the color of their aura. So they're very confident, but in a quiet way. So it's not that they're not approaching you out of confidence. I just feel like love and relationships is not their thing right now, but they do find you very attractive and they do find you very interesting. They think you have a sparkling personality. They really do love that about you. And I feel like if they were to approach you, it would be for a good time, but that may not necessarily mean that they want a relationship. This person finds you very interesting for sure. Let's go ahead and get the archetype cards. I'm actually not getting too much from them. I just feel like this person definitely has a secret crush on you and they intend to keep it that way. Like, I don't think they're going to come through with an expression of love. But let's go ahead and get the archetypes just to see how they are in love and relationships before I get ahead of myself. Because I feel like I just keep hearing this is actually a secret crush. They intend to keep it a secret. Maybe there's a reason they can't come through. Or maybe they're just prone to having a lot of crushes and you happen to be one of them. Though I'm not getting that as strongly. I will say this, like whatever it is that they're focusing on, you happen to be right there. Like, so for example, if this is like a workplace crush, it's like they're focusing on their job, on their work, on their career, but you happen to be there. So it's like, It's kind of like you're a distraction. Not one that they would give into, but they know that you're a distraction, which is very interesting. Or if we're taking the example of the gym, they're really focusing on, you know, building up their body, being healthy, whatever it is to do at the gym, and you just happen to be there. Like, I feel like part of the reason they have a crush on you is because you just happen to be there. And they see you a lot. And in that time, they've grown fond of you and they've gotten to like you. All right, so the archetype cards are supposed to be 3 things that they embody within relationships. We have damsel. Understanding the nature of healthy romance inspires you to rely on yourself. So like I said, this receptive energy and the fact that these colors are very similar, this person is very passive in relationships. I feel like they're accustomed to being approached. Like, even if they're a guy, I feel like a straight guy, I feel like they're used to people coming after them or being the one who is pursued, or they prefer that. They may just prefer that. Damsel also makes me wonder. I don't know if they see you as a damsel or if they see themselves as a damsel, but there's something here about like a previous relationship, kind of somebody had to save somebody. I don't know if they had to save somebody or somebody saved them. And that's really like shaped their outlook on relationships. This person is coming off as very blonde, by the way, or blonde-ish hair. If blonde genes are not in their genetic makeup due to, I don't know, ethnicity or cultural reasons, they could just have light colored hair for their race or for their ethnicity, is what I'm getting. So they might have like light brown hair, or maybe they dye it blonde. Maybe they actually bleach their hair blonde, but there's something blonde about their energy. They may identify as a blonde as well. Like, I don't like to say dumb blonde because that's not really a thing, but you know how like some people view it as that. Maybe people assume them to be a quote dumb blonde. Let's get another color. Another card. We have Martyr. Light attribute, learning the transcendent nature of service to oneself or a cause. Shadow attribute, addiction to self-pity. So this person has done a lot in previous relationships, and I feel like that's part of the reason they're not really looking for one, and they're not really, I don't know if they're interested in one. I feel like they're not. I feel like they've done a lot in past relationships, and that's kind of like they're healing from a past situation. They are healing from a previous connection or a previous trauma in a connection, and therefore they're like, yeah, I'm not they're like, I'm not looking for anybody, but they're into you. They think you're attractive. They like your energy. I feel like if somebody asked them, well, no, because they keep it secret. But if they were to admit that they have a crush on somebody, it would be you, pile 3. Let's get another card. King. Interesting, because that is not the energy I was feeling at all. Okay, usually in relationships, take the background noise, if you can hear that, as confirmation. In previous relationships, usually in relationships, when they are healed and when they are ready for relationships, this person takes control. This person, enlightened, benevolent leader, benefiting those in your charge. Shadow attributes, excessive feelings of entitlement, rulership without restraint. This person is very much in control. This person is very much in their king energy. I also consider this to be more like emperor energy, or like they very much step into that masculine energy. So right now they are not in a place where they can do that though. I feel like they are healing, so they are in receptive mode. It's kind of like if somebody comes along and asks them out, they'll be like, yeah, sure, but I don't think they're actually looking for anything. And I don't know if anybody will be able to convince them of this otherwise. But this person, they have a crush on you for sure, because they find you lovely and adorable. They find you to be very nice, and you happen to be there. But will they pursue you? I feel like right now it's like 60% no or 80% no, because the only card I have here, well, the only cards I have here are pleasure and king. Maybe they're a pleasure king. I didn't mean for that to sound like that until I said it out loud. This person, they are looking for a good time, but they're not looking for anything serious, and they do happen to like you. So let's get some astro dice to get more information on their astrological placements. We have 12th house, I'm not surprised. That is the house of healing and introspection. So this person is definitely healing. We also have Mars, which I would associate with king, but in the 12th house is probably somewhere where Mars doesn't like to be. This is somebody who has to work like 10 times as hard physically to do what everybody else has to do. So this person may be very low energy. I say that as somebody with Mars in the 10th house, or sorry, 12th house. And it's like, as kids, we're just seen as lazy, but what people don't realize is that it takes like a lot of energy for us to keep up with people. So this could be somebody who really hides it could also be them hiding their anger. We also have Libra, so definitely by default this person is probably more of a romantic and or a lover boy, lover girl, but they're not showing that right now. In fact, I feel like Libra, well, I'm not sure if that's fair, because I feel like a lot of Libra men aren't they're not in their quote quote receptive energy. They're in touch with their feminine side, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they won't go after the things they want. But they're very this person is very considerate of whether somebody would be open to dating them or not. Like, they don't want to make that decision for you. They would want you to make that decision. But they would show it they would express it very directly. Like, hey, I'm interested in you. Do you want to go out? That's what I'm hearing this person say, if they are interested. But right now, I don't think they are. This person, look, I feel like they'd be great, but right now they are not in the energy to be in a relationship. Either they are healing from a past situation or they're focusing on something else, because it's like they know you're lovely, but they kind of just, I don't know what else is going on with them, but they're not feeling the romance. And a Libra not feeling the romance is a Libra out of commission. So, like, and this could be a cycle they're going through. Like, maybe during certain times of the year they're just really not into relationships, or maybe they have gone through enough cycles of relationships that they're like, you know what, I'm gonna just stop being on this merry-go-round and focus on myself. And that's what the healing chaos is, which is very interesting. This person, I have a hard time believing they'll come through. Let's just go to the tarot section. I want to see if they'll approach you, but I've already, like, because they do find you very lovely. I also want to see what else they think of you, because it's one thing to be considered pretty or nice or, you know, to be liked. It's one thing to be liked. It's another thing if somebody is actually going to make any action toward that. And because we had Mars in the 12th house, this coming from somebody who has a Mars in the 12th house, but I also have it on the ascendant, so I'm not sure if that's fair. This person may just not be in the moment to act. If they do have Libra in the 12th house, then that would make them, I mean, it could make them a Libra rising as well, or a Scorpio rising. Libra rising, this person is very attractive, like conventionally attractive. Or at the very least, they have very attractive features. And Scorpio rising would make them very intense. Like, they have a very intense look to them. So either or, if that's any further confirmation of who they are. But of course, they could also have Libra placements. So what do they like about my pile 3? In general, I'm thinking of, like, how the guys in K-pop are just always so nicely dressed. All of them give off Libra vibes to some extent, because that's just part of the pop star culture. Like, it's part of the pop star thing is to be very, you know, attractive looking and charming. So it wouldn't surprise me if they came off that way as well. But what do they like about my pile 3? We have the 3 of coins. How am I meant to take this? Upright. They like I'm hearing the compatibility. They like the conversation they have with you. They really do enjoy you. I feel like they like the friendship, because 3 of coins to me is essentially a friendship. And again, if you work with this person or if you meet up at the gym, I feel like they just like the everyday chatter. Like, you know, if they see you, they're kind of like, hey, how you doing? And you're, you know, you vibe very naturally. They see you as very polite, which is interesting. They like your manners. So if the manners you express if the manners you show to them are something you're typically not, I'm not sure how they would take the real you. I feel like this person doesn't really know you. They like what they see, and they like what little they know of you, though. Emotionally, how do they like you? We have death reversed. How am I meant to take that? Either or, because like I said, they don't know you that much. They'd be very surprised, if they don't already know this, how intense your emotions can be. I feel like if you were to get this person in their feelings, which I'm not sure if you have or not, it would transform them, because I think, okay, this is the healing, because death can be a healing, because it's essentially a rebirth, letting go of an old version of us to make room for a new version of us. If they were to get to know you deeper, you would help them transform. You would actually help their healing. I don't know if they're aware of this, or maybe subconsciously they are, and, you know, they're just not acting on it. Or there's also something spiritual about you, because for whatever reason, I'm getting the death card here as strong Scorpio energy. So there's something transformative about your love, or even just your friendship to them, because love felt like a very strong word here. that would help them heal and transform. And I don't think they're aware of this. This is very, like, this is deep in their subconscious. I don't think this person is very spiritual at all. If they are, again, it's just for healing and self-improvement purposes. But I feel like you would take it deeper than that, and you would actually help them heal an aspect of themselves and transform. Let's see if they're going to make any steps towards you, though. For my pile 3, we have the 6 of Cups. It would have to happen outside of where you normally meet them. Like if you happen to run into each other, I don't know, like at a party, or if you meet through friends, there has to be like another level of connection before this happens, because I feel like there's a barrier there. I feel like they're very cordial towards you. There's like that's what I'm feeling. Like they're nice to you. It's out of respect, out of manners, but they would need to have another excuse to see you outside of where they see you. Like I said, for a lot of you, it's work, the gym, maybe school. Like you would have to know other people in common, and that's very common with Libra people. I feel like they like to have connections that are interconnected. Like they like to have a social circle and people to be in their social circle. Because the 6 of Cups is nostalgia, but specifically I'm hearing that there's not enough like of a background between the both of you for there to be anything. Like if they were to see you outside of work, it would have to be at a party, or it would have to be through a get together, or it would have to be like they need to get to know you on a deeper level, because I don't think they ever allow anybody beneath the surface level of their being, of who they are. They never let anybody in below surface level. I feel like you would come close though, just because there's something about you that you're really good at setting people at ease. Or, well, that's not the word. You're really good at getting people to think about themselves and their emotions and taking care of it. Like, you care about people. They see you this way. They see you as somebody who's very caring, and maybe that's something that a lot of people are not used to. Like you ask personal questions, you make sure that people's heart, minds, body, souls are taken care of, especially if you're like, for example, in the work or gym, because we pretend that gym is a place where we can get healthy only physically though, maybe mentally. I think it depends on your your relationship with gyms. I don't have the best one. So this would be like, if you go to the gym together, you don't just ask them how they're doing physically. You're like, well, how are you doing on the inside? How's your mental state about this? Do you feel like you're overdoing it to overcompensate for your physical body? I feel like you ask very deep questions, and that gets them thinking. But they wouldn't befriend you just because of that. Like, they like that you're deep, but that's not enough for them to want to have anything with you. Okay, let's get 2 more cards. I want to elaborate on why this is. We have Temperance, which is another card of healing. This wants to come out reversed. Yeah, they're still healing, and I feel like this person really takes their time with it. Artemis is also, to me, a sister card, so they could just, like, they're kind of seeing you as, like, a big sis kind of figure. Like, you care, they feel that you care about everybody in the same way. Like, you just look out for people in a way that is like, that's just what you do. So they see you as very caring and very lovely, but they feel that you're this way with everybody else. It's like, oh, well, yeah, that's just how pile 3 is. And they find that very attractive about you, that you care about people. We also have the Devil. Again, this is that pleasure card coming through. I feel like if they were to pursue you, it would just be for a good time. And honestly, this person has enough of a conscience that they don't feel that that would be right. I want a clarification on the Devil card. I want a clarification on this particular, because they're very, you know what, they're physically attracted to you. I'll be very honest. They're very physically attracted to you, but they're also very respectful. Hanged Man. Yeah, that's what I was getting. The Hanged Man is it's a shift in perspective. If they were to get physical with you, if they were to have any sort of physical intimacy with you, they would change their mind about you. And this isn't for me to tell you to partake in any risky behavior with them just for the sake of getting them to change their mind about you. This is so that you understand that in getting to know you on a deeper level, this person would have their life view changed, especially with the death card here, the hangman, the devil. I mean, like, these are all transformative cards. This person could have very strong Scorpio energy. But in getting to know you, if they got to know you, if they got with you, even if you just had like a one-night stand with them, you would shift their perspective so much they would not be the same person. This is so interesting. I don't know if they would approach you. If they were to, for whatever, like, I guess they could change their mind about you as well. They might see you as like something entirely different, because I don't think they're seeing you as you are. Okay, let's see how you are in this connection. We have the Tower. The Tower. Okay, so you kind of find this person to be a wild card. They could also see you this way. I feel like, and honestly, I think you are attracted to them, but you don't really see yourself in any long-term thing with them. I feel like, much like them, you would consider them for a hookup. I think more so you than them. We also have the Magician reversed. Is this meant to be taken reversed? They could be taken any which way. Emotionally, though, you get them. I feel like you understand them emotionally. I feel like you've been through what they've been through. So for you, it's easy to understand their energy. Like, they may be very confused about what they're going through, but you actually understand them very well. I think you understand a lot of people very well, because the Magician would be somebody who is not just psychic per se, though they can be. It's more like, you know, the tools in order to deal with this. So whether that's through meditation, whether that's through, you know, lighting up sage every day, whether that's through using tarot, you have the tools to be able to transmute energy or to process a particular emotion. And I feel like you would be very open to expressing this to them. There's a very spiritual connection here, and I feel like over time this connection would become more spiritual, because we're getting like, I haven't seen it here, but I'm getting a little bit of 6th house energy, which is, like I said, routine. So school, gym, work. And then we have 12th house, which is the more spiritual. We have the 7 of Wands. I feel like you're guarded about them. You're guarded about them because I'm looking at the rabbit. I think you're aware that they would only want you for something physical. And I don't think you just want that. Not because you don't find them attractive. I feel like you're both very physically into each other, but there's something outside of your physical bodies that is keeping you from progressing this forward. I think you're very defensive about who you let into your life, pile 3, and that's very smart. And this person is one of them, because I could easily see how you would both like want to get together, but you don't know if that's healthy. Yeah, the High Priestess. You're very intuitive about this person, to the point where they think it might be a little scary. Yeah, reversed. Reversed because, not because you're wrong about your intuition towards them, but because your intuition is kind of there to let you know about them, to protect yourself. And this person, if you ever show any bit of your intuition to them, I think they're very scared of it. This could be a connection where like it's more like a what if. Like, if this could be something, it'd be something transformational. If this could be something, it would be something people would have a hard time ignoring. Also, you would both actually be very happy with each other. The 9 of Coins. This is 2 people who are very fulfilled, very happy, very content with what they have. But it would be very, like I said, very physical. But again, you know why? Because this person is healing. It would not be the right time. So if you were to get with each other right now, this person, yes, they would heal, but I feel like they would get stuck in a particular energy there where they would always be healing. So you don't want to be with them right now. You would want to be with the healed version of themselves in the future, because it's not your job to heal them, even though you know the way they should be healing. It's not your job to heal them. You could provide insight as a friend, or as, I don't really think you guys consider each other friends. This person has a very closed off circle. But I'll say this, I think in having already known each other, because I feel like for a lot of you, you already know who this is and you're just not aware of it because their spiritual side is kind of calling out to you. And their physical side wants to use you because that's just kind of what they're going through right now. They're going through their I'm just here for a good time phase. I don't want to call it a hoe phase, because I don't think they just get with anybody. I think their body has needs, and that's what they're looking for. But there wouldn't be a relationship here, but they really do like you. because they're aware of how deep you are. They're aware, but they're kind of both, they're into that and afraid of it. This person has like an entity around them that doesn't want them to figure out the spiritual side. It's kind of, or if not an entity, I think that's the wrong word. There could be people around them. It could be an energy around them. Something around them doesn't want them to figure themselves out, and you would help them figure themselves out. So it's the wrong time for this person, if ever. What's back of the deck for this? We have the 6 of coins. And you know what? I get very sad in this reading in general, because it's like this could be something very wonderful, but somebody here is going through their healing phase, and I think it will take them some time. And you as well, you're kind of done healing people, so it's kind of like, you know, when it's kind of like you're seeing somebody fall, but you know that they have to get up themselves, and even though you want to help them, they have to get up themselves and they have to figure it out. And I think this person wouldn't want your help in that way anyway. There's a sense of pride for them. But also, both of you very, very attractive. Like, I don't think you understand. This person has an amazing body and you have an amazing face. And I think you actually look really great together as a couple, but I don't see it happening for any reason other than lust here. So, but if for whatever reason you do end up hooking up, because it's still very much your life, it's still very much, you know, you guys do you. It's going to be transformative. That's all I'm going to say. Very interesting. Like, this relationship itself was very mysterious. Like, I don't know what's going on there, but this person likes you, but they don't want anything to do with you romantically. And they intend to keep this a secret. This person will not let people know that they're into you. They might even lie about it. Okay. But if you had a suspicion that this person was into you, yeah, they are. they will never say it. Okay, pile 3. You have clear quartz. Get crystal clear about your intentions. 2 things. Either this person needs to get clear about their BS, or you have to get clear about what you want. So let's say, I don't know, you have to get clear about what you want with this person. And I'm thinking either get clear about what it is that you want to attract, or who it is that you want in your life, or get clear about what you want with this person. Because like I said, if you want to have something physical with them, you can. Just don't expect there to be anything more than that, at least at this moment. We also have green aventurine. Thank your lucky stars. There's something here about your good luck. I'm hearing 2 different things, and this might not be everybody. So one group, you're like, your energy is all like, thank your lucky stars that this person isn't pursuing you because they're not in the right headspace to be pursuing you. And for the other group, it's like, thank your lucky stars that you're lucky. This person sees you as lucky. I don't know why they think that, because it's not like they can't learn how to do the things that you do. Like, for example, processing emotion in whichever way that you do, they would benefit a lot from that. It's getting very light in this room as I say that. They would benefit a lot from learning about how you deal with this. I think this person is depressed or is going through some sort of like mental health issue, because their energy just feels very down and defeated. All right, let's get another card. We have 12-12. I am focused. Interesting, because we also had the 12th house and also focus. This person is focusing on themselves. They're focusing on literally anything but you. And even though they like you, they would only want you for physical things because they can't focus on a relationship right now. Okay, stay focused on your best possible future and remain optimistic throughout the entire journey. Your angels are right behind you as you turn your dreams into reality. So this person, they're definitely focused, but I kind of feel that you should be focused on yourself as well. Because there's kind of like, I feel like that's one thing you're both mirroring, is that you both need to focus on yourselves and heal. And then if anything happens, it happens. But this person, they won't admit it to other people how much they like you. It wouldn't surprise me if they were afraid of you in that way. Or they just don't want to hurt anybody. All right, let's get your last 2 cards. We have, it's in you. A lot of green is coming out here. A lot of heart chakra space energy. Also this lion, they could be a Leo, I guess. But it's definitely within you to to be like a source of love and abundance for people. Also, 12 plus 12 equals 24. Interesting. We also have better than you can imagine, 39. I feel like you don't understand how life is going to bring better people than this. Of course, another way I am seeing this, if for whatever reason this is somebody that you've already been physical with, if you were to have kids with this person, it would be better than you could imagine. I know that's a weird thing to say, I know, but like, I feel like the things you could both create as a couple would actually be very nice. But that's like a big what if. I'm really feeling this is like for another lifetime, another time. Because there's actually something very transformative about this energy, but it might be too much for them to handle or even you to handle. But this is where I leave it, pile 3. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. If you feel like doing so, you can like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next reading. Take care. Hello there, pile 4. If you chose the garnierite stone, then we have a reading here for you about your secret crush. We're going to see who is secretly crushing on you, whether you know them, whether they will come forward, and anything else that you may want to know about this person. So let's go ahead and look at the oracles. This is going to give us an indication of who this person is, and you may or may not recognize them from the oracles. And then we're going to go into the tarot to see their thoughts towards you, as well as any actions they may take toward you. We have indecisive, number 15. We also have raw power. I'm hearing this person knows they can get you if they want. They know they can have you if they want. Like, I don't know who this person is, but I think this person they know how to get their way. This could be a person of authority, but I don't think that's why. It's more like, oh, this is so interesting. This person knows how to get anyone they want. They're definitely a bit of a charmer, and or they just know the exact things to say. With power, I do feel they are a person of authority, or they may be, or they're just really good at commanding a room. Kind of like if they have a group of friends, they may be like an alpha male, female, whatever. I'm getting that. I'm getting alpha vibes. But the fact that we have indecisive, they don't know if they're into you. Like, they don't know if they want to have anything with you yet, which is very interesting. But I feel like this person knows they can have you if they wanted. Very confident energy, very cocky energy. Honestly, this person is interesting. Let's go ahead and get your cards though. Okay. Also, this person, they know they have a great looking body. Because whenever I see raw, I'm always like just drawn to like that strong back. So they may have like a strong back, strong arms. Raw makes me think of the sun. So they could be a Leo. The sun in, I guess tarot as well, but the sun in astrology. We have inner peace and purification. Okay, so I'm getting like a mature energy from this person because, like I said, even though they know they could have you if they wanted, they also kind of like, there's like, it's not a power play per se, even though we do have power here. It's more like they know how to get anyone they want. And there might be something about you that is different. Either, let me get the rest of the cards. Because there is a chance you may have already rejected them, and that just makes them want you more. Or maybe you don't show interest in them, and again, that makes them want you all the more. Okay, wow. All these flower cards. This is from the Floriography deck. And I think you've humbled this person, because it's weird that the first thought I got was, oh, I can have pile 4 if I wanted. I'm like, why would they think that? Why is that the main reason, or the main thing coming through for them? Because I feel like I'm seeing a scenario play out where they're kind of undecided about you. Like, they find you attractive, they find you charming, they like something about you. And then you do or say something, or you act a certain way. And because you're not acting like everybody else, it makes them want you more. Or it makes them decide, okay, I actually do want this person. Does that make sense? Like I said, this person, I think because they're in a position of authority, people, I'm thinking of like a boss. Like, everybody likes to suck up to the boss. You don't. So they're like, wait, what? Wait a minute. What did pile 4 just do? They didn't laugh at my, not so funny joke. Like, they probably did or said something, and you didn't react in the way everybody else did. So that, like, you have this person in their mind. Okay, let me choose a a flower. What flower would they give my pile for? We have trust. Phrases mark the start of spring. They are a wonderful way to send messages of hope and remind someone that you care. These cheerful flowers have a wide variety of meaning, including faithfulness, fidelity, innocence, and trust. These can also vary according to the color. Pink represents motherly love, red is passion, white means purity, yellow is for joy. Lots of yellow coming through. This person is a very confident person, but you've kind of shaken that confidence. It's kind of making them wonder, have I lost my touch? Am I not good looking enough? Am I losing their riz or something? They feel like they're losing their riz because of you or because of how you act. And it's kind of odd that I feel they still have a lot of admirers. This person is very attractive, very successful, or very people like them. I feel like you've shaken their confidence, because with inner peace and purification, they've come a long way. I don't think they're anywhere near as bad as they used to be in their younger years. This person, I'm getting the age of about mid to late 30s, maybe 40s. They're pushing a certain age, and they like I said, they're used to everybody just laughing at their stupid jokes, because I don't think they're where they have pretty privilege and they're not actually that funny. Or maybe they are funny, but like the pretty privilege really helped, and it's, again, they're used to everything going their way. But because of how you act or because of how you've done or said something, they are just shaken. And honestly, it's quite funny, pile 4, because this person really thought they were hot stuff, and then you come along, you're like, I've seen better. You're like, and I don't think it has any, I don't know if they find you attractive or not. They don't care about that. They care about how you react to them, and that drives them crazy. Okay, let's get more cards for them. We have, yeah, waning crescent, acceptance, allowance, and evolution. I feel like this person is just kind of accepting that they're either getting old or they're getting tired of the game, or if they're not old, I'm also getting like late 20s. You know how when people transition from like player to somebody who wants to settle down with around their late 20s, this is what I'm getting. Like they're just like, you know what, I think it's time to hang up the cape or whatever it's, however it's said. They're realizing that they're not the person they used to be, and I think it's thanks to you. But it's odd that they're coming through as a crush. So let's get another card. I want to know what they like about you, other than you're not like everybody else. We have lavender, relief, worthiness, and tranquility. I think this person is now valuing peace, tranquility. Like they're valuing things that are a lot more, they're slowing down essentially, and they're valuing things that they used to not value before. Like I said, they're probably getting up there in age, at least from their perspective. Like they feel like it's time to quit fooling around, and they kind of want to just, I don't know, they're looking for something a little bit more serious, or something a little less fake as well, because I feel like they got used to a particular lifestyle in their earlier years where they were just running around having fun, playing the game. Like, I don't know, they had a lot of affairs, or not affair, but you know, they had a lot of dates. They got around, and now it's like they're ready for something different. And I'm not sure if you yourself were a realization of this, or you just came at the right time, or I feel like you really have shaken up this person. I'm not gonna lie, you've shaken up this person immensely. You decided not to laugh at a particular joke, or maybe it's several jokes they make, and they keep noticing this pattern with you, and they're like, okay, pile 4 is something different, and that only intrigues them. Which is interesting, because I keep noticing how his back is turned. It's like, maybe at first they were like, well, I'm not going to pay attention to pile 4, whatever. They don't like me, I don't like them. But they're very curious. It's like they want to look back and be like, but why? Like, you know, like, and I think they themselves ask themselves why they bother so much, or why this is a thing for them. Okay, we have dilettante. This has come out in like every other pile today, and I'm not exactly sure what it is, but it says delights in the arts without having to be a professional, alert you to the danger of becoming superficial in your pursuits. I feel like they kind of skirt this line of being too serious, or being too not serious enough. Like, I feel like they try to come off as aloof or not care, but it's hard for them, because I think I keep hearing with great power comes great responsibility. I think they've been thrusted a lot of responsibilities over their life. And maybe at first they were like, okay, it's fine to, like, I'll handle one responsibility, but I'll still be fun. And then another came along, and then another. And before you know it, they have all these responsibilities and they're no longer the person they thought they were. So I feel like this is how this person is. Honestly, I don't care what age they are. Their energy feels old. And both in a good and a bad way, because as you mature, as you age, you find boring things to be more exciting and interesting or satisfactory than going out every night, partying, drinking, etc. But at the same time, they kind of feel like life is passing them by. So if they are at an age where they feel they should have gotten married, or they thought they would never get married, I feel like they're starting to like rethink that. Interesting person, that's for sure. Let's get another card. We have Midas, Miser. Entrepreneurial or creative ability to turn anything to gold, delight in the sharing of life's riches. So this person, they've got money. Like, I don't know what to tell you. They got money and they know how to make it. And to them, that's not a problem. I do see some regret, though, that they may have focused a little bit too much on money and have not made enough time for either their family, friends, or a person, like a special person in their life. I do get the sense that at one point they were in committed relationships, whether that was marriage or not, and it just didn't seem to work out. I feel like somebody here wanted something different, so they've kind of let that go, or somebody let them go. Again, maybe they were focusing too much on material matters, and now that they are at a place where they don't have to worry about material matters, they're turning towards that purification, like a cleansing of the soul. Maybe they're getting into meditation, maybe they're getting a little bit more spiritual. They're definitely looking for their peace. In fact, here with trust, I feel like what they are really looking for in a person is somebody who is trustworthy. Spring makes me think of youthfulness as well, so if you're even the slightest bit younger than them, they want that. Take that how it resonates. I feel like even if they're older, they look really, really good for their age, though. Like, this is not somebody, or they know how to keep up with the youth. Essentially, they know how to keep up with younger people. So even if they are, 40, pushing 50, they keep up with younger people. They just also need, like, their time of peace. Like, it's not going to be every day that they're like that, but they can have wild nights out, too. It just doesn't excite them anymore. Let's get one last card for your secret crush. I think you'd be very surprised to find out this person has a crush on you, because I don't think you care about them at all. I don't think you care about this person in the least bit. King. You know what's interesting? All three of these cards have come out in previous piles. If you have come from a previous pile, and some of what I am saying also matches up with like a previous pile, it could be two sides of this person, or it could just be confirmation that you have multiple crushes, because multiple people can be into you, pile 4. You are an absolute babe. But with King, like I said, they're used to being in a position of power. They're used to being in charge, enlightened, benevolent leadership, benefiting those in your charge. If they are a boss, I feel like people do like them. This is not going to be somebody who's tyrannical. This is not going to be somebody who, makes stupid decisions. Do they have hard days? Yeah, I feel like they have bad days, and maybe it's not the best at the office or the workspace, whatever it is that they are. But I feel like in general, people like them as a manager of CEO, a chief of whatever. They like them in that position, and that position comes naturally to them. But like I've said, they kind of have over identified with this part of themselves, because I feel a sense of regret of not having cultivated more personal relationships in their life. They could be at a stage in their life where like their friends have fallen away, or maybe they do have friends, but it's not as many as before. Or maybe their friends, their friends' kids are already grown up, and they're like, well, I don't even have, my first kid, or something like that. Or if they do have a kid, maybe they feel like they haven't been around enough. This person, very interesting. The fact that they're indecisive about you makes me wonder. Honestly, pile 4, if you wanted to settle down with somebody, this person would be great to settle down with, because they already have their empire built. They already are at a place where they are healed enough to want inner peace. The only problem is that they don't know if I feel like they're physically attracted to you for sure. There's something about your attitude that they like. It's like you remind them of their youth, or like the kind of people they would go after when they were younger. and if there is like a considerable age gap between you and this person, I guess you could, I don't know, that's weird. It would depend whether you're into age gaps or not. Some people hate them, some people, it depends on the age, I know, but because I have 15 here, I want to say there might be like a 15-year difference, and that, I mean, I'm 34 now, so dating people in their 40s is not uncommon for people of my age. So depending on the situation, I feel like you remind them of their youth. It could also just be that you bring out like the inner child that has always been there, or the inner young adult that has always been there. But they also see you as trustworthy. Honestly, I feel like if you ever have like a serious conversation with this person, or maybe the things they hear about you, I don't think you interact with them that much. It's like there's a degree of separation between you and this person. They see you as very trustworthy, or you may see them as trustworthy as well. They definitely are. But if you were getting a bit of like, this person probably was like an F-boy or F-girl in their life, yeah, you're right, they were. They're very mature. I am getting that 110% for sure. But they are no longer this way. They've gotten too old for that, and they kind of don't care. And maybe they're seeing like the newer generation come through, and they're like, yeah, I can't keep up with that dating lifestyle. They just do not care for it. They probably think of TikTok and they're like, ugh. You know? Very interesting. But let's go ahead and do the tarot portion. I want to see if they would. I feel like this person would, just because they don't back down from anything. Okay, so let's get more cards on how they view you externally and internally. For my pile 4. How does this person view you externally? We have 10 of Wands, Iris. You're a hard worker. Yeah, they really do trust you. It wouldn't surprise me if this was within the workplace. Because I kept saying boss at the beginning, I feel like, I don't know if they're your boss or if they're somebody else's boss within the same company. You know how companies have departments, and they may be like, I'm hearing executive. They might be like a person in another, whatever they are. I'm not sure if they're directly with you, because otherwise I would feel a closeness there, and there's no closeness here. So they might be a manager or supervisor, whatever, in like a different department of the same company that you are in, or the same building where you are. Like you know, they dress the part, they act the part. They see you as a hard worker, and maybe at one point they were considering to have you on their team, and or like a mentor kind of situation. Like maybe there's like I keep hearing executive, board of directors. I keep hearing all kinds of weird stuff. So this person, I don't know if they're directly they're not someone you report to, but they know you work well because they've probably asked about your performance before. Let's get internally, how do they see you? You got 2 cards. 6 of Swords and Death. Like I said, this is a death of the ego, because I'm quite literally seeing that they probably said something, or they thought somebody would laugh at this, and you were just sitting there like, okay. Like, I don't know. You were very unimpressed by them, and they're not used to being unimpressive. Death of the ego. So, interesting. Also, I love that her hands are red here. I didn't even notice that. Also, I just happened to paint my nails red, and that's not a color I typically paint my nails. I like blue and other colors. But her hands are red. Maybe you caught them red-handed in some BS. Nothing shady, but like maybe you caught an error of theirs, or you kind of, there's something here about them stumbling over something that you've pointed out, or stumbling in front of you. Because like when I was shuffling the flower cards earlier, they fell. And as I did that, I was like, okay, this person isn't typically this clumsy, but you've made them clumsy, at least at one point. All right, let's get any actions they may take toward you. The Fool. They're gonna try. They're gonna try if it's possible for them to do so. For some of you, there might be like certain situations where you can't date. If this is your boss, I feel like there might be situations where they can't come through. But if there aren't, they will try. They might do it in a very serious manner, because even though we have the Fool, and the Fool is very carefree energy, they might do it in a very sly way. This person knows. They know how to work a room. They know how to work people. You're gonna get yourself caught up in flirting with them, and you're not gonna realize it, or you're gonna get yourself caught up like talking in a very nice, having a nice conversation with them, and you're not gonna even know how it happened. But they're gonna try, because you're a challenge, and they love a challenge. This person, they love being able to conquer something, and that includes people that don't find their jokes funny, but that they are somehow kind of attracted to. I don't know if you see through them or not. I guess we'll get that in your section once we're done with theirs. Let's see any other steps they may take towards you. Oh, I didn't even notice that. So he's got like a pipe here. A panpipe, I think that's what it's called. And I'm thinking of the panpiper, how he's able to call the animals just by playing his panpipes. And there's these butterflies, because they definitely find you attractive. This does not have to be a man. It could also be a woman, of course. But this person finds you very attractive. And they absolutely know you are below them in some way, shape, or form. But that doesn't mean that they think any less of you. If anything, I think they're impressed by you, because like I said, you're a hard worker, or you put your all into whatever it is that you do that they're aware of. The Lovers. Oh, they're going to try their old tricks with you. I think they're going to enjoy that. And it's not going to be in a mean way. I'm not saying they're going to try and trick you into this, but they're going to slather on that charm. Like, it's going to be what I'm hearing from them is that it's been a long time since they've had to up the charm this much to get somebody to like them. I think it's going to be cute. I think you're going to appreciate the effort. And I think that's why you may give in to them. Let's get one last card that you need to know. Judgment. Oh my God. This would be the lion. They think they are a lion seeking the approval of a sheep. But the thing is, you're a wolf in sheep's clothing. Oh, I like how I said that. Okay, yeah, like they think they're a lion coming after a sheep, and you're just a wolf in sheep's clothing. It's like, oh no, buddy, I am also a predator. But they don't see you that way, or you may not come off that way, because there's something very soft and docile about you that they like, but also kind of no nonsense. So it's like they like the beauty. They like that you're someone of substance, and I think it's been a long time since they've had that. Or I don't know, maybe there's just something that they themselves cannot explain to themselves that they like about you, so that's why they're going to pursue you. This person is so interesting. I'm not gonna lie, this feels like a rom-com, and I want to see it play out. Pile 4. If this happens to you, when this person reaches out, and you will know who they are, because like I said, they are above you in some way. They might be slightly older, or at the very least they have their finances figured out. And you're going to essentially agree to a date with them without realizing it, because they are that good at it. But they're not awful about it like they used to be when they were younger. I think when they were younger, they would quite literally just go after people. I don't want to say dumb, but they would go after people that they know were easy, and so they knew how to play somebody. Dang. Okay, pile 4. But let me know if this happens, when it happens. You will know when it happens, because you'll wake up one day and realize, dang, did this person really just take me on a fancy date? Oh, this person definitely goes all out on dates. They go to nice places. For you, the Hanged Man. Okay, yeah, that checks out. You don't think much about them. At least right now, you don't think much about them. Like, you're like, you know that they're attractive, and you know who they are, and you can see why people would be into them. You're like, okay, yeah, whatever, like, clearly. I think you think they're married. I think you think they're married, and maybe they used to be, but they're not. I think you think that they have somebody else because they look like they would. They don't. Interesting. I mean, it is possible that they're still dating around, but nothing serious. Okay, let's see. We have the 7 of Cups. Emotionally, yeah, there it is. You think they have several options. You think that you're just one of their many options. So you're actually going to put up like a really good fight here. Well, fight's not the word. You're going to resist a lot of their charm, because I see this being gradual. It's like when their funny jokes don't work, they might come to you more seriously. I don't know what they're going to do. It's nothing nefarious, though. I do need you to understand that. To them, this is a game and a fun one. So do approach this person, this particular date, because I feel like it will end up that way. As that, I mean, you do have the choice to walk away and not care about this, but I think you're going to be very pleasantly surprised. Be in your Empress energy, be in that Empress energy, and allow somebody to wine and dine you, even if it's just for sport, because I think you deserve to dress up, look nice, be taken to nice places, and be given nice gifts. That's what I'm hearing. Okay, let's get another card. We have the Ace of Pentacles. I'm hearing... Oh, okay, let me get the rest. Four of Wands. You're going to enjoy yourself. I think you're going to enjoy yourself with this person, Six of Wands. I think you do have to avoid the whole thinking that this person just... You're going to think, oh, this person just sees me as a conquest. They just see me as a prize and I deserve to be treated as a person. And I agree with that. But there's like a... I don't know if it's a guide or if it's like an ancestor or... Okay, I don't know what that was. Something just hit the window. I think it was an acorn. Confirmation. I'm hearing just have fun with this person. Let them try to win you over. Let them do the conquest, because I feel like it's been a minute since you've been in this energy. Or even if it hasn't been, I feel like just have fun with this. The Six of Wands reversed is kind of like a success, but you're gonna end this date kind of wondering if it was even worth it. It's like, okay, well, that was fun. What now? Like, you are so hard to win over. This is part of the reason this person likes you. This is so cute. Like, this literally feels like a rom-com. Like, specifically one of those K-dramas where, like, the super rich, good-looking guy is into the very ordinary girl because you feel like that ordinary girl, but you're not pile 4. With the Four of Wands and the Six of Wands, to me, these are my favorite of the wand suits. These two together make a 10 of Wands, which isn't mean that it's a burden. It's just like, it's like all the celebration. And you kind of feel like you don't deserve this because you think this person is just trying to, you know, play you. But I think they really just do want to have a good time with you. I think in getting to know them, they definitely end up like developing something for you with the Lovers here. And the Judgment, I think it's going to be similar to that on their end. They're going to be like, okay, we did this, now what? So it's like you go through with it, but then by the end of this particular date, especially with the Ace of Coins here, like there's seeds of many questions planted here. Will this lead to another date? Is there like a future in this connection? Is there lots of seeds planted here? And I feel like you're just meant to have a lot of fun with this person and let this person show up for you. They definitely will. They love doing that. They love to show up. This person, without a doubt, loves to take control. Super masculine energy from this person, by the way. Like, regardless of their gender, they are definitely in their healthy masculine energy. They are a provider. Back of the deck, we have Two of Swords. You may not hear from them for a while, or you may not hear from them. And this could be due to, like, you know, just obvious reasons. Maybe if they travel for work or if they have, like, some sort of thing going on, they may not be able to communicate for a few days. But I feel like you'll have this outing or you'll have this conversation. You'll have a great time and then you won't hear from them. That's not them ghosting you. If anything, I think you're ghosting them because I think you're waiting for them and they are just going to end up being busy. Honestly, I think they might come across a certain long work day or be called to travel for a few days elsewhere. This person is busy. Like I said, they regret prioritizing their career so much because that meant having to let go of a lot of people. But then we have the World. Like, when they finally reach out, I think you're going to be very, when they reach out again, there's going to be, like, you know, gratitude here. It's like, hey, thanks for taking me out. And there's going to be a lot of fun. We also have 8 of Cups and 7 of Swords and 3 of Coins. I feel like if it doesn't work out, it's because there's distrust on either your side or their side. But this person really... they enjoy you. They like that this is something that different. They like that you're different. and you're going to enjoy this. I feel like this is at the very least going to be an ego boost for sure. But the communication afterwards will indicate where this goes, because as I was reading this, it's kind of like there's a lot of places where this could go, which would explain why the indecisive oracle card was coming through in the oracles. For some of you, if you've already been out with this person, I feel like that indecisiveness, it's up to you. It's up to you where you want to go with this, because this person, they may like the pursuit, but they're not going to waste time with somebody that's not going to give them what they want, because they're very efficient. Yeah, they know what they want. And if they've already showed interest and you don't want to go through, they may just give up on you. So, and you may feel, I'll be honest, you may feel a little used after that. And it's just because they know what they have time for and what they don't. But take that as it resonates. Let's go ahead and move on to the angel numbers cards, pile 4. If this hasn't happened yet, this is again a reminder to have open and honest communication with them if you do want this to progress forward. Because for some of you, this is kind of like you may already know about this person and you're wondering. And then for others of you, this hasn't happened yet. So if it hasn't happened yet, you have the choice whether you want to open this up or not. Okay, so pile 4. Let's get your angel number cards. These are going to be meant for you. We have 1212. I am focused. Stay focused on your best possible future and remain optimistic throughout the entire journey. Your angels are right behind you as you turn your dreams into reality. So stay focused on you. Keep working on yourself. This person, whether they're in or not in your life, doesn't matter. I feel like it's meant to be fun. We also have 00. I am observant. Angels ask for your attention. Open your eyes, listen, and think about everything that is happening. Trust your intuition and follow their guidance without any delay. Focus inward through meditation and prayer. So focused and observant. I feel like the universe is asking you to really pay attention to your surroundings, to what you are feeling, to what you are going through, especially with this person, because I feel like it can be very easy to get caught up in a whirlwind of whatever it is that they want, because they're used to getting their way. Let's get another card, a crystal for you. We have Sunstone. Embrace your main character energy. Yeah, this whole situation feels like main character energy. Like I said, it makes me think of a rom-com or a K-drama. I think this was meant to put you in main character energy. This was meant to bring an attention and focus onto you, your value, your worth, and why people would be drawn to you. It is possible that you being with this person could draw the attention of other people, both good and bad. Good because I'm thinking that there is somebody who has, another person who has a crush on you. I did mention that earlier. There's lots of people who have crushes on you, pile 4. But there's somebody who's going to really notice, and they're going to wonder why they're so jealous of this. They're going to see either you two flirting, or the attention this person gives you, or maybe, I don't know, pictures of the date on social media. Somebody's going to get jealous. And I keep hearing a friend of theirs saying, well, if you're so upset about it, why don't you ask pile 4 out? I don't think they're, it's like, if this person doesn't end up being your person, it's to kind of, to get somebody else going for you, essentially. It's supposed to, what's the word I'm trying to think of? Instigate? It's supposed to like start a fire and somebody else to come after you. So yeah, somebody's going to be really jealous that you're with this person. And a friend of theirs, or maybe a mutual friend, somebody they know, is going to be like, well, why don't you date pile 4 since you're so concerned and jealous about this? They're going to show it as concern. So yeah, main character energy, because pile 4, you've got a list of people who are into you. And this other person is into you for different reasons. All right. Let's get your last cards. Animal Apothecary. We have Surrender to Receive. And this is what I was feeling. Like, just give into this. Have fun with this. Doesn't matter where it goes. Have fun with this person because, like I said, they want to wine and dine you. Or maybe you deserve to, feel special for a day or a few days. I don't know how long this is going to last. But for a lot of you, it's going to be just the one date. And then you're going to just, feel it out. And for some of you, this could be somebody that you start something with. And then Another card. Immense growth, 15. Number 15 came out twice. So maybe some of you were born on the 15th, or maybe you are a life path 6 because 1 plus 5 equals 15. But also, I don't know, something about 15 is important here. But there's definitely growth here, both on your part and the person and your secret crush's part. They're going to grow because of this, whether they realize it or not. Because like I said, this person is very cocky. They think they know everything, and then you came along and altered the way they view things. Yeah. But this is where I leave it, pile 4. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. If you feel like doing so, you can like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next reading. Take care. Hello there, pile 5. If you chose the amethyst, then we have a reading here for you about your secret crush. We're going to see who has a secret crush on you, whether you know them, what their next steps toward you will be, if any, and what they think of you, of course. We're going to look at the oracles to see who this person is, as well as how they view you. So we have Nuada, perfection. This person is a perfectionist. And then we have solitary, 39. This could be you or them. Maybe the both of you. I feel like you're both rather solitary people, and that's one thing that kind of draws them toward you, is that you're not surrounded by a lot of people, that you don't seem to be somebody who gets caught up in drama or gossip. They kind of like that you are this way. The perfectionist tendency may not be visible right away. I don't think this person... Well, one, their idea of perfectionism might be different from yours. And 2, it's not noticeable right away. Like this person, their idea of perfect is very different from what you would consider to be perfect. I think it's I'm hearing it's like the limitation they put on themselves, or maybe not limitation, I don't think that's the right word, but it's the standards, the expectation, that's what I'm thinking. The expectation they put on themselves of perfectionism that are coming through. And they like you because they seem to see something within you that is similar to them. Very interesting. Let's go ahead and get cards, though. They could be 39, or you could be 39. For my pile 5, who has a crush on them? We have stillness. And, okay, 2 more. Flexibility, new beginnings. This person requires a very specific kind of partner. With stillness, I'm thinking of somebody who is like serious, or somebody who's able to kind of keep up with them in their lifestyle. I don't know what lifestyle they have, but it's very specific, which is very interesting. I'm kind of getting like somebody who either owns their own company, or somebody who is like a business owner. They have a very specific type of lifestyle that they need to keep up, and they need somebody who's able to be very flexible for them within this. They like your stillness, and I think this may work for or against them, depending on you, because they see you as somebody very still, somebody who is very, like, you won't embarrass them, is what I'm getting. That's what they seem to think of you, because you are solitary, because you don't seem to have a lot going on. They're like, well, this person would fit very perfectly into my life, which is very interesting. With new beginnings, yeah, this is somebody new. You may or may not know them. If you do know them, you don't know them very well. This person, you could have recently met them, or they definitely don't know you that well. That's what I'm getting. Or they don't know you very well either. So it's interesting. They might have the wrong impression of you, is what I'm getting. Because when I tap into what they think of you, solitary and stillness, some of you might vibe with that. Maybe some of you really are this way. And then some of you are like, oh, I only project that. I'm not actually like that at all. Because from personal experience, people seem to think that I'm like very, calm, collected. I guess I can give off that vibe, but like deep down, I'm actually very playful. I love excitement. I have a tarot channel. I'm very spiritual, and not everybody is open to that. So that's what I'm getting. Let's go ahead and get the flower cards for you. We have these 2. Very pretty. We have Phlox, unity. It's the Greek word for flame. Fiery characters are known and adored for their clustered, brightly colored flowers. It carries the heartwarming sentiments of souls being united, and it was once believed that it could be used to cast friendship and relationship spells. It could also mean agreement and understanding, and it is used to celebrate a new partnership. Look, this person, I think they're dead set on having you in a connection with them. Because with new beginnings and a new partnership, it's kind of like they're either actively looking for this, which is more than likely, and then they really do see you as somebody who could fit this particular role, because there's just something about you that to them is perfect for whatever it is they got going on. So maybe you live a very flexible lifestyle and they like that, or maybe you just come off as very calm and what's the word, docile, and they like that. But it all depends on whether you are actually this way or not. We also have this one, forget-me-not, remembrance. True to their name, forget-me-nots are worldwide symbols of remembrance and fond memories. As well as saying, I will not forget you, or asking, don't forget me. They are also said to symbolize true love and a human desire for loyalty, as well as a signaling shared secrets that could always be remembered. That's interesting. Do you have a history with this person? If this is somebody from, look, for some of you, it's like a new beginning with somebody from your past in a way that it's going to be very different this time, because this would be somebody who's like up leveled somehow. Either they've gotten like a new career, or they are embarking on something new, and to them it's like you're the better option that they have. Take that how you wanted to take it. I don't know if there's anything romantic about that, but this person really wants a new relationship, and they kind of want you for a relationship. So right away they have commitment to offer. For sure. Let's go ahead and get the rest of your cards. Not those. Oh wait, I need the ritual. The ritual deck. For my pile 5. Look, this person will catch you off guard, because I feel like they're going to make an offer of commitment rather early on, and you don't know if you want to say yes or no, because I'm kind of seeing them there's something hasty about this energy. Or if not hasty, then I feel like they're jumping to a lot of conclusions about you that may or may not be true. Okay, we have these two. We have Tiwaz, sacrifice, justice, and spirit warrior, but this is also victory. Yeah, they've recently come into something. Like maybe they've gotten an inheritance, or they got a really, really good job, but it requires them. Like, I'm feeling this person is going away soon and they want you to come with. So maybe they got a promotion, but this promotion means that they're going to end up going to a completely different part of the world, and they kind of want you to go with them. And because they've always kind of had a thing for you, I mean, you could be in a relationship with this person, or like you could be dating, but they want to like make it more serious because of this. They kind of feel like their life is about to take off and they want you along for the ride. So take that how you will. The only reason I don't feel this is very romantic is because it kind of catches you off guard, or you may not be completely 100% on board with this person. For a lot of you, you may know who this is. And for some of you, this is somebody, it would be like a situationship who suddenly wants to make something work with you. And that's why I feel like a little bit of hesitation on your side, pile 5. We also have salt, barrier, shelter, and sacred space. Yeah, it's kind of like you feel the need to protect yourself from certain energies. And if you don't, this is the calling to do so, because there's going to be something interesting about this particular situation. But what I've always understood in relationships, and it could just be because I'm a Taurus, but I also have Venus in Aries. So like lover girl me wants to jump into all the relationships, but my Taurus side is like, no, nobody will want, anybody meant for you will not rush you into anything. But let's go ahead and get the cards for their archetypes, how they are in relationships. Yeah, because when I'm looking at this swan, it's like you're a sitting duck, but in this case, you're a sitting swan. And swans are a symbol of marriage, because I think they mate for life. I think this person wants to get married and they only want to do it once. So you're the person they're going to go for. So pile 5, Virgin. Maintaining symbolic purity and a heart of heart and spirit. They could be a Virgo, because Virgos are perfectionists and their symbol is, you know, a virgin maiden. Let's get more cards. But I'm also thinking of of purity here, like the newness of something, the newness of this connection. I don't know if either of you are this specifically, like a virgin. I think that's irrelevant. But if for whatever reason you are, or they are, that would explain a lot more. Maybe that's something they value. Let's get another card for them. We have Child Eternal. They have an inner child. Light attributes: determined to remain young in body, mind, and spirit. Ability to see things with fresh eyes. Specifically, it is the freshness of the fresh perspective from you that they are looking for. Let's get another one. For this person, we have student. Humility and devotion to knowledge, openness to lifelong learning. So they could be a student, and this is what they like. They want to go travel elsewhere to study. But I don't think that's the only thing. Like, they're going to be a student, but also working, or a student / professor. Like, they're going to learn how to do their job and then teach that job. It's very interesting, though, that there is like this wanting of you to come along with them to whatever it is, because I guess they see you as inexperienced as well, or maybe this person is inexperienced. I don't know. There's something very odd here about this connection. It could be that you are both very young, or one of you is very young, and you kind of don't want to be taken, you kind of don't want to be taken away, or what's the word? Carried away. You don't want to be carried away with the feelings or all these, endeavors and promises of a connection. Because, and I've seen this before a lot, especially like with my parents' generation and the generations before that. They would, my parents are from Mexico, they're immigrants, and there would be this whole thing of like going away with somebody to a new country to start a life there. That's what a lot of my uncles did, and aunts. And of course my parents. There's something similar to that in this particular connection. And I feel like one of you here feels very inexperienced, more likely you, pile 5, and that's why the Virgin card came out. It's like you know nothing about how to do anything this person knows how to do, or about the place they want to go to. So that part of you that feels like nervous or hesitant, you're very correct about that. Like, you're not ready for whatever this person wants to take you to. But the decision is still yours. And the reason they come off as a crush here is because they want somebody that, hasn't been to where they are. The way this person thinks is so interesting. They don't want somebody with more experience than them. They want to be the one who experiences something with somebody else. Like, they want the both of you to experience something for the first time. And I guess you could see why this card came out. The Child Eternal, it is possible that you've known this person since childhood. It is possible that you grew up together, and you kind of want to start something new. Because even though we have the number 39 here, I'm kind of getting like people in their early to mid 20s who want to start a new life elsewhere, much like my parents did. So this is very interesting energy. It also explains the forget-me-nots, because I feel like you will be leaving behind somebody else, your family, your friends, maybe another person. I mean, I've heard stories about that where people were dating somebody else, and before you knew it, they're in another country with somebody else. So, the pile 5s lately have been like, I don't know if it's people that I would know from like certain countries. Unity. Yeah, this person wants unity and they want to go somewhere with you. But why is that? Other than they see you and them as very similar. You could have been students together. Maybe you both studied something similar. And maybe they're trying to get you out, like they're trying to get you to their level as well. And that could be another thing that they are promising. Do be careful with this person that they are not just all talk, though. Hold them accountable to the things that they've said. And this is where I kind of hesitate, because if you do go somewhere with them and they don't follow through with the things that they've told you, for some of you, you may not have much to go back to. Because I'm getting like the disapproval of a family and or a group of friends. This is so odd, and it's so weird too, because this energy feels like something from like previous generations and not necessarily something that would happen. Like if this was me, like I don't know. Well, I don't know. There's something here about this person trying to move you along too quickly. Before I go though, let's get some astro dice. Astrological signs. Okay, we have the 9th house of studies that checks out. We have Scorpio, which also checks out because Scorpio would be somebody who they're very intense. When a Scorpio comes into your life, it's, you know, there's going to be a lot of drastic changes, both good and bad. But this person is very intense, and I feel like they're not trying to pressure you, but they're probably going to try and convince you very strongly of what would be the benefits of being with them. And then we have the South Node. So the South Node is, again, because where's the North Node? Or is this the North Node? Which is which? I'm going to look that up. So it is North Node. If they have North Node in the 9th house, it could just be their lifelong mission to travel the world, to be both a student and a teacher. I feel like they could be a student now and teach later. But there is a feeling here that this person feels like an eternal student. They want to see the world, they want to travel, and maybe they just want you to come along with this. So it is within their destiny to do this, regardless of whether you are in this or not. And I think they're aware of this. And this is kind of why, like, they're giving you that option, or they're trying to get you to go with them. I feel like the choice is still very much yours. But like I said earlier, if this person is pushing for you to go, if they're like really, really trying to all but force you, it's not for you. I think it will all depend on where you are in life and what you are comfortable with, Pile 5. Let's go ahead and look at more closely at this connection though. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if you were already with this person, just because of how they feel they can tell you what to do and where to go. But that could also just be this connection in general, or this person in general. They have a very bossy, demanding presence. Okay, for my pile 5, let's see what else this person likes about you. We have the 4 of Swords. Am I meant to take this reversed, or? Yeah. They're kind of done waiting. I'm not sure if this person has been pursuing you for some time, but 4 of Swords upright is somebody who is done waiting, or either they're done waiting for the opportunity to strike, or they are just kind of like finally pushing you toward a yes or a no. Because I feel like for some of you, this person has been pursuing you for some time. I am getting so thirsty as I talk about this. And I'm not talking about 18 plus thirsty either. I feel like this person has been waiting for some time. And it's kind of like all this hurried energy is, I don't know, it's just so weird. This person really wanting you to do something. It's too hasty. Let's go ahead and see how they view you internally. We have the King of Wands. Interesting. Let's get the rest of them. I was getting that they are they like to be in charge, and they're rather demanding. And they like that they can have this authority over you. I'll be honest, pile 5, I don't like this person for you. Just because it feels like when I'm trying to tap into the energy of what it is that they like about you, it all just seems to be about them. Let's get another card. We have 7 of Wands. They are very protective of you. I will give them that. Any other actions they may take towards pile 5? We have Death. How are you meant to take Death? Upside down. You're going to change a lot. You're going to change a lot, or they may change a lot. And I'm not sure if after you both have changed, you will be the same people. I don't think you'll be on the same terms anymore. Because Death is a rebirth of the soul, of you know, who you are as people. And 2 of Wands. But it's like they can't make a decision without you. This kind of feels like codependency. And I've seen this in relationships that have been together for a very long time. Let's say you are high school sweethearts and you decided to go to like the same college, or you've been together since you were, for example, 14, 15. You know, there's people like that who have been together since they were kids essentially and have never really let each other go. But at some point this connection became something that they're not grateful for you anymore. And it's interesting that this is coming up in a secret crush reading. So I'm not sure if some of you are still dealing with this person. I don't know if, I guess they see it as a crush. I guess you would consider it a crush. But this person has held on to you for a long time, that it's no longer something you both really resonate with. Or at the very least, you will outgrow each other. But they are going on to do something that they want to do. And they want you along for the ride. But I don't know if you want that. This is a crossroads for sure. Let's get another card. Or no, let's get cards for how you're seeing this. We have the World. The Hermit. Are these meant to be reversed? Yes. Which makes a lot of sense. Like I said, you both want different things. The World is a sense of completion. And for you, Pile 5, you felt that when they asked this, you should have been feeling differently. Like when they started proposing the idea of going elsewhere and starting a new life there, you thought you would be over the moon about it. And it was quite opposite. You started questioning and doubting a lot of things. And that's not the reaction you are meant to get when you get good news like that. Or, you know, exciting news if it's not good news. Yeah, I'm sorry that this is kind of becoming something different. We do have 4 other piles. I feel like this is going to be my pile of people who need to hear a message about this person that is coming through. With the Hermit, this person has made you withdraw a lot from either other people or just... you've had to really self-reflect on what it is that you want. Because like I said, this person is kind of used to getting their way with you, or they're used to kind of being the one to take control of the relationship. And now it's like, you don't know if you want that. Because this has been the biggest change between the both of you, or for the both of you, that has come along in a very long time. So you're kind of like, I don't know if I want this. And yeah. Let's get more cards for you. We have the Devil. Queen of Cups upright. Is she meant to be upright? She's off to the side. No matter what, you have a very loving heart. Don't think that because you say no to this that you're any less Pile 5. Don't think that because you don't want to go along with this person's plans that you are somehow in the wrong. Because I do feel you will feel guilty about this, or they may guilt you into thinking that there's, you know, something wrong with you. Because the Devil reversed, I feel like this situation... in the Rider-Waite, it's of course the Devil with the 2 people chained up. You feel like this is your opportunity to break free from this person. Like if there's any right moment to finally let go of a connection, it's this. And I'm not sure if you've been wanting to let go of this or not, or if you were just like on the fence, or maybe you both became complacent within this connection where it was just something that is like, you know, you weren't really making any plans with each other. You were just together out of habit, out of necessity, or whatever. But now that this big change is coming along, you have a reason to let go. Because honestly, I feel like you both have changed a lot or drifted apart. Or you just want different things. And it's disappointing to hear, but I don't think you're heartbroken. I think you've just been waiting for this to happen. Maybe they have too. And because this person has such a firm grip on either this connection or you or your heart, the fact that they are being sent away it's like the universe is literally giving them an option that they cannot refuse. But they're wanting you to choose them, and you're here like, I don't want to choose you. Like, you don't want that. This is so interesting. It's literally the world taking them away from you, and maybe because you know in your deepest heart that this person wasn't meant for you. If this is not resonating, like I said, please choose another. I know this is not everybody, but for some of you, you needed to hear this. Let's go ahead and get another card. not saying that you're not going to mourn this, and I'm not saying that, you know, this isn't heartbreaking, but you knew what this would come to. Yeah, Four of Wands. You will find it within yourself to move on. If anything, you're gonna have a wonderful new life, because the Four of Wands, I'm thinking of Shakira's album, where the new one after her, you know, big public divorce, and maybe your separation will be public as well. It's kind of like she's going out there having her best life, being such an attractive woman at oh gosh, how old is she? Like, you know, she's just having fun, making bank, making the charts, everything. She's just having her best life. And I think same with you, pile 5. You're gonna have your best life, regardless of whether this person is in it or not. And I think the whole reason this situation even came up to begin with was it was the universe answering your call, whether you made that intentional or not, to give you a new lease on life. Because for some of you, you were wondering how to let this person go, and now it seems that they are going to have to move on without you, because you don't want whatever it is that they want. Even though it did sound like even doesn't matter what they're doing, doesn't matter where they're going, you just don't resonate with that. So maybe they are going somewhere you always wanted to go, and you're like, no, I don't want to move there. Because, you know, if you do, you may not have much to come back to. Or maybe you have other reasons to stay. Maybe you have kids that want to stay in the same, you know, neighborhood. Maybe you have parents that need to be taken care of. I feel like your reasons for staying are going to be very valid. So this is going to be a separation that is very natural for both you and your person. And your person, it would explain why they are holding on so tightly to you. They know that it's time to let you go, but their ego won't let them, because they need you as their comfort. But the thing is, they can find their comfort elsewhere, because I think this has just it's come to an end. And there's a reason for that as well. Back of the deck, we have Ace of Cups. There's new love waiting for the both of you. There's something new waiting here. This could also be a renewal of your heart. Two of Swords. You will cut off communication with this person. They're going to be heartbroken, but they're going to be busy with whatever it is that they're doing. Same thing with you. You're going to be heartbroken, and you might even feel moments of regret, like, oh, why didn't I go? But you're going to be happy about your decision. Gosh, this is so heavy. I'm sorry, pile 5. Like, if this is you, I'm very sorry. I know it's hard to see somebody go on, but at the same time, you're not excited about it. Nothing about what they're about to do, nothing about what they are going to or what they are about to embark on excites you. Like, none of that. And that's not because you don't have an adventurous heart. You do. It's because you know your life is elsewhere, or with somebody else, or doing something else. Because this person, their control over you was getting toxic. I'm not gonna lie. It was getting very, very out of hand, to the point where maybe you couldn't feel something because this person told you you shouldn't be feeling that way. That's what I'm getting for some of you. Or maybe you couldn't even go out in public unless you were also with them. Or maybe they were starting to tell you how to dress. There's something about the way they were starting to command you that just didn't feel right. And you loving them so much, or having such a big heart, you couldn't just tell them no, or you couldn't you know, ignore them. Which is so interesting that it had to end this way. But let's go ahead and get another. This is a very specific scenario, I know, but that's what I'm getting. Okay, let's get your closing cards. This is going to be for you, pile 5. We have Emerald. Tend to your emotional garden. Tend your emotional garden. Take care of yourself. Tend to your emotions. Do focus on how you are feeling. If you have a broken heart, then take the time you need to repair it. We also have lepidolite. Find your quietude. It wouldn't surprise me that as soon as this person left, you find more peace and quiet. Like, maybe where you live, where you both live, it'll be more silent, or you finally get your peace of mind, especially if this person was very noisy. Yeah, because I've had to deal with that. I've left behind people who are very, very noisy, and I like my solitude because it brings peace. In fact, I'm remembering the oracle cards now, the solitary card. If this person has already left, I feel like they still harbor feelings for you. And I guess it's a not so secret crush, but they definitely think of you and they want you back. And maybe they're still trying to get you to go with them wherever they are. Maybe they're still trying to get you, to wherever it is they are, halfway across the country or world. We have, you are what you think. Yeah, your thoughts create your mind. And I think the thoughts you've had since they left have been a lot kinder to yourself, because this person wasn't, telling you all the things that you maybe didn't want to hear, because that perfectionist energy can sometimes be very critical. You've started to actually glow and blossom. We also have claim your power. You know what? This tiger was also in the oracles, because where's that card? Flexibility. Yeah. It's like this tiger has come from the shadows of this particular card to the forefront. And this tiger, I feel like it's a spirit animal. Of course, you could also be you're the tiger. It's coming toward you saying, claim back your power. This person had way too much power over you, and it's time for you to step into your own power so that you can progress forward and be this amazing tigress that you always have been. You're going to change so much. The next time you see this person, because I feel like you will, they're not going to recognize you. They're going to see how much you have glowed up, essentially, because they were weighing you down, they were draining you, or they were just molding you into something that you were not. Let's go ahead and get the last of your cards. Pile 5. We have 6. I am nurturing. Your heart is your gift. You are a natural born nurturer and have a great talent for helping and healing others. You are the epitome of self-sacrifice and a protector of those you love. I am nurturing. Yeah, you have such a loving heart. That Queen of Cups energy is coming through again, because 6 is a number of partnerships. It's a number of a nurturer, somebody who really likes to provide for the people they love. You are an amazing person within connections, pile 5. I'm getting so teared up just saying that, because I feel like maybe this person has made you feel that you are not. But you are such a loving person, pile 5, and anybody would be grateful to have you in their life. And I really do hope you choose another pile, because I feel like you definitely have secret crushes for you. I think you just needed to hear whatever was in this pile to remind you that you chose right. You are not wrong. And your time will come. If this person has a different life from yours, whatever, that's their life. Your life is about to become something better, something more authentic to yourself, and something that you have complete control and power over. But this is where I leave you with so much love, pile 5. Thank you for letting me read for you. If you feel like doing so, you can like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next reading. Take care.